Yeah.
I'll just sit here and watch.
That's fine.
Is that alright?
Good to me.
I'll be quiet.
Oh.
I won't say anything.
No,
Just
you
watch.
should. I want you to give commentary on what you're watching. You got to give out the video
I'm
title
playing,
so
I'm
people can watch along.
That's okay.
We're live.
Hey guys.
Hi everybody. Good morning. It's the Danger Podcast, and that was the the least threatening introduction I think I've ever done in my life. Hey everybody. Good morning.
Hey, everybody.
I sounded like a fucking Mr. Rogers caricature.
Yo, you know what I used to hate saying to people when I had interactions like with customers when I worked in the customer service type thing? Was have a good one. I've never felt stupider than when I say have a good one. I hate it when people say have a good one, but I said it every day to every person. And I was like, I hate it when people say that. And I do it anyway. I'd say, all right, have a good one. I'm like, good fucking what? Like, don't even have a good one. I hope you burn it out. Like,
I think customer service eventually just makes you like that, real spiteful, like angry.
Yeah, it does. It does.
Did you have to deal with customers like that were just like so terrible that, oh yeah, you worked print copy, didn't you?
I did.
That's
and people
probably
were nuts. Yeah, because it was like business people, and then it was like arts and crafts moms, and like senile people, and like I don't know, like art students. It was a really weird mix of people that I was dealing with. I don't know. Shit was wild. Shit was all the way wild.
You know what's worse than all of that? Taking your food and when they say enjoy and then you go, you too.
Well, I think as a food service person, you should know what not to say. You shouldn't be leading people into that trap.
All right, enjoy. Oh,
like enjoy the show. Don't tell me enjoy the show at the movie theater.
Yeah,
just say here's your ticket, and then I know I won't be like, oh, you too, because I'm not handing you a ticket.
And then I go, yeah, you too, and they're like, well, how will I watch the movie from back here, huh? I would like
Has anyone ever done that?
Just get real condescending with me after I say you too. Oh man, I've met somebody eventually will. Somebody definitely has.
I wish they would. Because I'd be like, yeah, I fucked up. Here's my ticket. I'll stand here and rip tickets for the rest of the night. You go watch the movie.
Do you think? I'm a dumbass. Do you think anybody's just like laughed in their face? Just
That's how that system should work. Is that when you say you too, you have to become the fucking concierge or whatever they call that. And then your shift is over when someone says you too, and then you're like, oh, here's the vest, you dumbass.
It's like a curse, dude.
Yeah, it's a curse. Yeah, it should be the concierge curse.
Well, you used to go home. You have to now go watch the movie that they were going to go see. Not the one that
you
were originally going to go see. You have to watch their movie.
Yeah, but then you can go home. Yeah.
Then you can go.
Fuck yeah. I have a list of curses.
Like that you were going to put on people?
Yeah, that I just thought would be like wild curses to have.
Do they rhyme?
No. What?
Well, how are they going to be effective if they don't rhyme?
Well, it's like the effect of the curse, but like maybe we could make them rhyme.
Well, that's how you cast the curse, you know.
List of known curses, I call it. Monkey Man 7 years, and it's your choice. Last 7 or next 7, I guess.
Like the last 7 years of your life you have to live as a monkey man?
Yeah.
Now is it like a monkey man or is it Monkey Man from Hey Arnold?
I don't know Monkey Man from Hey Arnold.
Monkey Man was this mentally ill guy who thought he was like a vigilante superhero and he would try to stop crime, but he was just like really pathetic. And then Arnold like tries to help him, and then he ends up in the upper echelons of society. Like he's like a total aristocrat walking around in a fucking
Monkey
suit.
Man?
Yeah.
That's
and he's like every time he like finishes a sentence he goes, Monkey Man?
Yo, that sounds dope, honestly. I don't know. I think it would be like you'd ask the 8-ball if you're like a human monkey hybrid or if you're Monkey Man from Hey Arnold, and you'd see. That's how it would determine.
Now, do I get like inherent monkey powers if I'm Monkey Man? Like I'm a monkey man.
Yeah.
Yeah, cool.
You have a strong tail.
I can climb shit.
You could climb shit because you're a monkey man. But also, if it's the last 7 years of your life, then you're an old ass.
I'm
monkey
a
man.
weak monkey man.
Yeah.
I've still got to just lay in bed and be a monkey, and my family is terrified of me.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Did you ever read Metamorphosis?
No.
That book is wild. Did you ever read Metamorphosis?
I read the Metamorphosis story. I didn't read the rest of the book because usually it comes in like the Metamorphosis and other stories.
Yeah. I just read.
I just read the Metamorphosis.
Yeah.
But yeah.
That shit's wild.
Is it a short story?
Yeah, it's short. It's short as hell. I listen to it on audio because I actually can't read.
5 pages.
What's it about?
This dude just turns into a cockroach,
Oh.
and he's late for work, and
Isn't
he
that
gets
a-
fired.
Isn't that a Kafka
because
story?
He's a,
Yeah,
because he's a
okay.
cockroach. It's so interesting though. It's like I would love you guys should you
I
should.
did a paper on it.
Did you? What'd you write?
Cool.
I don't remember, dude. It was like 10th grade.
Because I'm so interested in like an analysis.
I
of
might
it.
still have the paper.
Yeah,
somewhere.
dig that up because I'd love to read it. Honestly, it was very interesting. I'd love to know like what the critical.
Could you
analysis of
imagine
it.
how hard the cringe would be to read a paper that you wrote in 10th grade?
Oh, I'd throw
Yeah,
it.
I hope I can't find it.
Yeah, I'd
It's,
throw it.
especially because like I never put any effort into my shit.
I'm
and,
not a good
like,
writer either. I don't think. I don't think I'm like a I don't think it would make sense all the way through. Like
Yeah.
that's my problem.
I end up going off on tangents, dude.
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
so easy to like. One thing reminds me of another thing all the time, and I just
Yeah.
have to jump onto it.
Oh, you want another curse? You're gonna have to pick one of these
Yeah.
curses.
Okay,
Alright.
okay.
Lose motor function between 1 a.m. and 4 a.m. You go limp 1 a.m. 4 a.m. That's like manageable, right?
That's manageable.
but
yeah.
you could
I
maybe
could just,
you'd be
I
driving
could just
one
really
night and not.
set a bedtime.
Yeah,
You know?
you just have to be serious about bedtime.
Now, if the first
Really
time the
serious
curse
about
takes
bedtime.
effect and I'm not like aware of it, and I could be doing something around 1 a.m., you know, like
Yeah.
I'm walking the dog after I get home from
Yeah.
work, that'd be pretty rough.
Exactly.
Oh man, and then my dog's gotta stay. Okay, all right. I don't want to
Alright,
think about that.
What about upside down vision?
That eventually you get used to.
Wet feet.
Never. Not on your life. That's the worst shit ever. You ever step in a puddle
Wet feet, dude.
for fucking
Always
dude,
wet feet.
Yeah, dude, that'd be the worst. Stepping in a puddle ruins your entire day.
Yeah, it does.
So having all of my days ruined forever,
What about heavy eyebrows? That's not that bad.
that's not that bad. I basically got that.
Yeah, I basically got that. A violent soup phobia?
I couldn't work my job.
No, you'd have to get a new
Yeah,
job.
I'd have to get a
for
totally new
sure,
job, yeah.
dude.
Now, do I have to go with something that's like real shitty, but also like I'm really picking like the worst of the evils? Cause like
It's dealer's choice. I don't
Okay,
know.
all right.
Yeah. I'm gonna write a program that I just read violent again. Yo, you can't read ahead. That's gonna randomly pick one.
I saw one that says always on rollerblades.
That's the next
Oh
one,
my
yeah. Always on
fucking
rollerblades.
God, dude.
Dude, that'd be sick because you'd get so good at rollerblades and you'd be fucking busting.
You'd have to be.
down,
You'd have to
dude.
be like
You'd be
like
fucking
a,
skating
I'd be cool with
backwards.
that.
You would look so
pick
sick,
that.
dude.
You'd have to
could
be a
go
courier.
hiking, really.
Like that.
Yeah, you'd be a
Yeah,
courier,
you
dude.
could
And your
absolutely go
fucking
hiking.
calves, dude. You'd be fucking
Yeah.
buffing the legs. If you were
Imagine
always
trying to
on
go to bed in a
rollerblades.
pair of rollerblades.
You just hang them off the end of the bed. It would be terrible though.
Yeah, that'd be the
Me too.
worst, especially the first couple nights where you're like
Yeah,
swinging your
like
legs around.
stairs
They're
and
way
shit,
heavy
dude.
and shit.
I can't imagine like the first time you have sex standing up with the rollerblades. That would be incredible.
Yeah,
I think
yeah.
that'd be
Oh
great.
yeah. Then if you
It-
really got
I don't know.
good,
It could be disastrous though.
you could
That
skate
go
around
wrong.
the
I guess
house.
it depends on how good you are with them. I guess.
Yeah. you gotta practice, I guess. Yeah, that shit's wild. Okay. Slug obsession. I basically got that already. I love slugs.
Huh?
Amazing.
I don't see him around
What
then.
level of obsession are we talking?
All the
Yeah,
way, all the way
I
deep.
think-
However,
Like-
the
like
most
you
obsessed
get
with a
fired
flood.
because you keep not showing up to work because you're trying to find them.
Yeah. You dress up as a slug when you get home. You go to slug blogs.
That's intense.
You have you curate slug pics on Instagram or whatever. Like whatever.
You
a
own
slug.
a giant sea slug and you like take it out,
You get in your
Put it on your
surgeries
face
to
and
remove
shit.
your arms and sew your legs together.
and then you just have to wiggle around.
Yeah. Slug obsession. Hairy tongue.
You can get that. That's a thing that can happen.
Yeah, I think I heard that.
I don't want it.
You don't
But I
want
don't
it?
want that either.
at all.
Attracts insects. Bug man. That'd be sick. What if you were a bug man?
Dude, you ever seen Naruto?
No.
There's a guy on Naruto that has bugs living they're like a part of his body almost, like he controls them like with scent.
Yo,
and he
that
can
thing that you
fucking-
sent me, it was like some person that had bugs living in them. It was like a wound. It was like bot flies or some
yeah,
shit.
Yeah.
Ugh,
Well,
okay, this is a good curse. There's a question mark at the end of this one. Smells a little too good? That doesn't sound like a curse. That sounds like a decent.
I think eventually people would get tired of
Why you smell like vanilla all the time, motherfucker? Clothes on backwards?
I could roll with that. I think that might be the one for me. Because it'd be a little embarrassing, you know? Especially to people who don't know.
You know, yeah, you'd have to talk about it all
But
the time.
then there'd be, you know, I'm walking around the grocery store. It would be a trend. That's all that would happen.
Ooh,
It would end up
wait.
fucking starting a trend.
Do glasses count as clothes?
Yes.
Because I wouldn't be able to see.
Yes.
So I'd be fucked.
Yeah, Joe
So I
can't
could never have that.
You'd have to get double-sided glasses
Yeah.
for the back of your head,
Yeah.
like joke glasses.
You'd have
like,
to get
Yeah.
you'd have to get glasses in the front and then mirrors in the back.
Oh,
Oh
Wait.
no! Oh, to reflect.
Oh.
Shit.
You'd have to live your life like you're driving a bus in reverse.
doesn't
Oh,
get
fuck.
time. Doesn't get time.
Doesn't what?
Doesn't get time.
I don't understand it.
Yeah, I already don't understand time. You just don't get time. Oh yeah, be there at 4:00. When?
Oh, you just
How?
don't understand how time works,
Yeah.
like at all.
That's
Oh,
not for
meet me in an
either.
hour. Uh-huh.
I panic if I'm late a lot.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, me too, guys. I'm never late because like
Joe,
I get all
punctual Joe,
panicked.
yeah.
Oh god.
I don't get
for
that.
those of you that aren't the Danger Podcast, I was an hour late today, and that's normal. That's normal. That's
Yeah.
when I get here. Is an
Yeah.
hour late.
Yep. That's we know though. It's part of the routine.
Granted, I don't really get here at 9
I don't even
o'clock
wake
for
up
any real
until half
reason.
an hour
Yeah.
after you get here. So
Yeah.
doesn't get time. See ghost animals. That'd be terrible for me. I'd just be
Depends
crying
on
all
the
the
animals,
time.
I guess.
Every animal.
If
would
you
die.
can see ghost animals,
You wouldn't
that's-
see
The
anything.
world would be flooded with ghost
Yeah.
animals. It'd just be a fucking like wall of white that
Yeah.
you're just walking through. Like,
Being sad at animals. My wife is texting me because our dog is at the vet right now,
Oh no.
and he has to get his last round of shots.
Oh.
And he's like super scared, and he
Oh.
cried when they were giving him the shots. And I'm like,
Aw.
I'm just heartbroken over
Yeah.
here.
Little
Poor
churro.
puppy. Poor
Oh
puppy.
man.
his name's Churro, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh.
Churro. Ah, yeah. Get you. You know what I'm talking about? Churro, the lady?
The
Entertainer? Never mind.
No.
Fuck myself over here.
Alright, another curse. Hats fall off. Matt,
I
hat fall off.
Nope, can't do it. Can't do that either.
can't do that. Alliteration curse. I don't really know what that means. I guess you'd speak in alliteration all the time.
Oh dude.
Like
That'd be bad.
Awesome.
soggy socks, suck my sucking. I don't know. I
I
can't do it.
Sucking semen.
Yeah.
Social.
Yeah. Exactly.
Situations.
Snakes, Slytherin,
Doesn't mean you
snidely.
can only use one letter for the rest of your life.
Well, I know, yeah, but
Like your sentences just have to have alliteration in them, right? Like
yeah, well, I don't
it's not
see you
everything
making
is
alliteration. Yeah,
alliteration.
well, how about an example?
ABBA always angers
See,
Aborigines.
Like a sentence
Whoa, dude.
isn't considered alliteration when all of the letters are the same. It's just like
But
a
repeating
good,
letters.
a good
yeah.
number of them are the same.
Like
starting letter.
like tortilla. I can't think of another one that's like tortilla. Mozilla.
tortilla on a taco tickles my toesies.
Yes. All right. So that one would be fun. Keys melt. All your keys melt.
No.
You couldn't lock
gotta-
anything.
Jesus Christ.
'cause your
What is
keys
that? As
just
soon as you
melt.
touch them?
When you touch a key, it melts.
So you could just replace your locks with like electronic locks,
Okay,
Like
Jim.
RFIDs.
where you have
Or
where you
whatever.
have. Well, no, because then that might be considered a key.
Yeah,
you just
no,
have to
no.
have like passcodes or something
Mhm.
where there isn't really a
Yeah.
key.
Yeah.
Yeah, the
number
word
pads.
key can't be
No,
involved in
because-
it at all.
You type in your key, it's like, 2213 or whatever, but then the letters or the numbers themselves melt, and 2 is no longer a concept.
Jesus
known to
Christ.
man, neither
I'm
is it.
imagining
Alright,
you,
let's just
you
not
have to
do
do
that.
the code on your
that,
lock.
Let's not
that
pick
gets too
that.
dangerous.
You have to
Yeah.
keep putting the like a new lock on every day, but you have to like get it real fast before it fucking malfunctions and melts.
These are these get wild. Okay, so deprived of one or more senses at a time, but it varies.
No.
You
So,
just
like,
try it
sometimes
and
you're
all of a
blind.
sudden you go blind.
Yes,
no, fuck
and
that.
all of a sudden you go deaf. You're on the phone, and then you're deaf.
7 years a monkey man doesn't sound so bad.
That one's that's like one of the most classic feeling. Like that's a real curse. Like you definitely got
Yeah.
cursed as a monkey.
That's true.
All right, how about this one? I like this one. Sleepwalks to birds' nests. You wake up every time you wake up, you're just at a bird's nest.
Yeah, but how many times am I gonna be woken up by like a hawk attack?
Well,
Oh,
could
man,
be pretty
there's, like,
awful.
owls.
They're defending their
Yeah.
nest.
Oh yeah.
And they're like a huge bird of prey. No,
Yeah,
fuck
it
that.
could get dangerous.
Yeah.
It's
I'm
like a
out.
bald eagle nest, and you've like climbed to the top of one of those
Oh,
like
Jesus
weird
Christ.
peak
Yeah.
things.
It
that
sounds like something where you'd be really good at it subconsciously while you're going up there, but then when you wake up, you
wouldn't be able
lose
to get
all
down.
of that ability, and you're just like,
Oh,
well, all right, I'm
yeah.
fucked up here.
Yeah.
I just start cosplaying as a bird and pretend I'm a bird all the time.
Could you imagine building a giant nest like Big Bird?
Yeah, I just build my own fucking
Ooh,
nest like Big Bird.
shit. You wake up in the North Pole with like a penguin nest.
Oh, shit.
You're like, how the fuck did I get here?
God damn it! I walked to the North Pole again.
know-
Did you guys
Penguins
hear
have
about the
nests.
South Pole? How it got up to 65 degrees?
That's sick, dude. I'm gonna go take a vacation there.
Yeah, dude, there was
65
like
degrees, bro?
melted snow.
Holy shit.
Is that not the most dangerous sounding thing in the entire world?
Absolutely.
I'm trying to have a show where I laugh about stuff, man. I'm not trying
Yeah,
to cry.
let's
Like,
move on.
as soon as I turn the cameras off, I start
No,
crying,
dude, this is a
dude.
real danger podcast because that
No,
puts that's a
shit.
planetary danger, dude.
Yeah, world's fucked up out there.
I'd
I'd rather
All right,
be
moving on.
7 years a monkey man. Colors inverted. You just get used to that, probably.
Yeah.
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 That'd be
Like-
kind of sick.
All right, whatever. That's a red screen now. I don't care. Everyone
when
else
it was-
still calls it a green screen,
You
but
know-
that's red now.
You know what would
Whatever.
suck though is probably you would become like a night person because when it's really dark, it's really bright.
Hmm.
Is that how that would work? You know what I mean?
Oh, if you
That's
saw.
cool.
Oh, you're talking about the
And
world
you-
in
and
negative.
you wouldn't
That's
be able
cool.
to. You wouldn't be able to sleep
No,
with the brightness.
no,
you
because
know?
I'd be. That would actually improve my sleep schedule.
You think so? If
Yeah,
darkness
because then
starts-
I would go to work at normal hours and I'd be like, this is great. It's like nighttime.
But if you
Yeah.
close your eyes, it's gonna be white no matter what.
Yeah, but you'd probably just. I think you just adjust to that.
Do you think your mind's eye would be enough to take away from the white? Like you just being able to think about things in negative, to like, almost counteract it. Cause you know how like when you dream, you
Ooh,
know it's like
But hold on. So you're thinking that because when you close your eyes, it's basically black,
yeah,
and then it's negative, so now it's a bright white.
right.
But if there's a bright light shining on you, and you close your eyes, it's like a
Ooh.
bright
Yeah, like
color,
bright
right?
red,
So
pink.
it would be negative, and now it's dark.
Yeah, that'd be
So
pretty.
you just sleep with the lights on,
Oh,
and it's
man.
dark.
That's true.
True.
I wonder if that would affect. Cause
You
aren't
could totally adjust to that.
Yeah.
I wouldn't pick that, but you could adjust to that. You could figure that out.
I feel like some of these would suck for like a week to a month, and then you adjust.
Yeah.
How's this? Flowers are repulsive.
That's okay.
You see a flower.
Oh,
like-
like I'm physically.
Yeah, you're physically
affected
Oh.
by it.
repulsed. Yeah.
It's like
You can't be
it's
near
like
flowers.
rotting corpse near your face.
Yeah.
But it's like anytime you see flowers.
There's any flower, yeah.
Ooh.
There's a lot of flowers, man.
There's a lot
There's
of
a lot
flowers.
more
in the world.
flowers than there are rotting corpses in your face.
You know
Yeah.
what? All you got to do is move to like Idaho, where there's nothing but grass plains forever, for as far as the eye can see. As long as none of them ever have clovers in them. Can you imagine an entire clover field and it's affecting you as if you're going through a mass grave? You're like,
Oh my god.
you're just screaming. You're
Yeah.
just screaming and vomiting.
Throwing up everything. Alright, so is pixelated? What if you just were pixelated? Everyone was like, are you blurry? Like, what's going on?
Nobody
Like,
would
they
know
saw-
my identity.
They saw you
Oh,
in photos and they'd be like,
oh.
is this motherfucker Sasquatch? Like,
Yeah.
what's up with him?
Yeah, Bigfoot has that.
Yeah, Bigfoot,
Bigfoot
has
just
that
has
disease.
that.
Yeah,
He's
Bigfoot,
just blurry in
Yo,
real life.
Bigfoot
That's
got
that,
7 years of
uh,
Monkey Man and got pixelated curse.
That's all.
Exactly.
That's all a
got
Sasquatch is.
double
It's just
cursed.
people that got 7 years of Monkey Man, and they're just like trying to hide out as best they can.
Yeah, shit.
But
that's
they're
wild.
blurry in real life.
Yeah, yeah.
That's
They
why we
got-
can't get clear
They got a
pictures.
double whammy curse.
This one's kind of like a double. This is like, these are two curses back to back that are related. Can only pick up Legos. Do you know how fucking inventive you would get with Legos if you could only pick up Legos?
But
Because you
can
could make a claw that
Yeah,
could pick
I was
things
gonna
up.
say, can you create something
You can
out of
create- you
Legos
could-
that can lift things?
Exactly.
Yeah. Okay.
I'd need somebody to put glue on the Legos, just so like my creations don't immediately fall apart
Well,
when I try to use
that or you got to come up with a small device for applying glue.
Yeah,
it. Oh,
that you could operate with a
but
Lego.
how do I? Oh, so I could eventually, I could just pick up 2 Legos, and pick up the glue.
And
yeah,
then
you can. Yeah, that makes. Yeah.
I would. Yeah, I just put Legos in my fingertips.
the next one, yeah,
Oh yeah, just
True.
make like Lego gloves.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
The next one's Lego hands.
Lego. Oh, they're
Okay,
made, they're made
so
of Legos.
can you have both of these curses?
Oh,
No, because then you couldn't pick up any Legos. You need like a
No,
thing
you
that
might
be
you-
a Lego. You just
Those count as Legos.
Yeah.
to
True,
me.
true.
So you can pick anything up
Yeah.
as
Hang
long
on,
as
hang on.
you.
As long as
it's
they're
are
that
they
shape.
Lego bricks or are they Lego guy?
They're the
hands?
Lego guy hands that are shaped.
You can
That you
only
snap things
You
into.
can only
you can,
pick up things.
yeah, you
Yeah,
can
you
only
could, like-
pick up cylinders, dude. That's
Yeah,
it.
and even that, like, even if this is the right size, you have
Right,
to be
like
able to.
if it's like this,
it'd have to snap
like,
in.
I still can't pick
yeah,
this. I
the
can never pick
diameter
this
would
up.
have.
You'd
Well,
have
maybe
to-
you'd be able
guess
to like
I could do this.
do like a yeah.
So
Yeah.
but you only have
Yeah.
Lego hands. It's not full Lego arms where you're just like.
That's just Lego hands.
Okay,
yeah.
so like I could
Oh,
still
yeah, I
have
could-
mobility of my wrist and fucking
oh shit!
Come
like
on, dude.
do
you guys
this.
you guys are experts.
just
Alright,
move
y'all
it
are
like
And then I
this
can
and then
pick it
just
up like
clip
this.
right
Yeah.
in.
Oh yeah, you could. In
Can
the,
you imagine how many things you'd smash in your Lego
That was
hands,
probably
dude?
Super loud.
Oh.
Mike.
Oh, Matt taps on the table. Fuck me, right?
Yo, I got Lego hands. I can't help it. All right.
Hey man, the world gets a little clunky when you got Lego hands, dude.
we only got 2 left. This one could get dangerous. Has a fall on the 5th of the month. Cinco de Mayo, you fall down.
I'm not going
Guaranteed.
anywhere.
Yeah, I might
Guaranteed.
as well just.
Not going anywhere.
I might as well just get wasted.
If you
on
don't get,
tequila on
if you
Cinco de
don't,
Mayo, right?
True,
Like,
true, and just have. A
I know
simple
why
fall.
I'm gonna fall.
Yeah, if you don't go anywhere, there'll probably be an earthquake, and you'll probably fall off your bed. You know what I mean?
There has to be a fall.
Yeah, it has to be a fall on the 5th of the month, and you know it. Every month you're gonna fall.
That's how you wake up out of bed. That'd be so fortunate.
But it can't
like,
be-
You
it
just,
can't
if
be
you fall
intentional,
out of
you
bed,
know?
you've gotten that
That'd be
one.
fine. I just I wouldn't leave the
No,
house
'cause
and
you
I'd
know-
surround myself with like good things to fall onto.
Because of the nature of curses, you know that eventually you die on the 5th of the month due to a bad fall. Like you'd be
Nah.
scared to go
Nah.
in a
Yeah.
scarecrow,
Nah.
in a
Dude,
skyscraper,
I'd
in a
be-
scarecrow scraper. What is it called? A scarecrow scraper?
I don't know what you're saying.
He's called a
Skyscraper?
Scraper.
No. I think if your curse is that you fall on the 5th of the month
Yeah.
every month, you survive that. You don't die from a fall because you're expecting a fall that day.
I guess
Every
so.
day.
I guess
So you
so.
die in a car crash,
Probably.
like most
Probably.
people.
Like most people.
Where did they come up with the term skyscraper if there were never abrasions in the sky from the
Motherfuckers
structures?
had wild imagination.
They were just like, look at that shit, it's gonna cut the sky right open. Like a jackknife.
And it ends on everyone looks like a shark. What if everybody
Everyone
looked like a
looks like a shark.
shark? I'd love that, honestly.
It'd be fine.
I'd be like, hell yeah.
That'd be another one
Well-
where like sex would get complicated.
And then you can't really
Yeah.
swim anymore because you don't know if it's a shark or a
Yeah.
person.
You can't
And
try.
what if everybody looked like
I
this?
don't know.
Sharks.
And you just had to like know people by their voice or something.
Yeah, but if if
Oh.
you're swimming though, that doesn't help you because they're not talking.
Yeah, true. True.
Scream
I
real
would
loud
go-
down there, just
would
so I
not
know it's
go
you
in
the whole
ocean.
time.
Yeah, that's wild. That's my curses, guys. I don't know. Curse list.
I'm still rollerblades.
Still rollerblades, dude?
Yeah.
That's a commitment. You're
Yeah.
choosing a large commitment with those rollerblades.
Yeah, I'm cool with that.
7 years a monkey man, I think I can fucking manage. I think I can. Like, it would be difficult at first.
So which one do you choose though? Because next 7 or last 7.
Oh, next 7 for sure. I want to be a spry monkey man.
Yeah,
I'm trying to use those
'Cause
powers,
if you pick
dude.
last 7, not only are the last 7 years of your life you're like an old man, monkey man, but also you know you're gonna die in 7 years.
Yeah, that's whack.
Oh, shit,
yeah.
Like
Yeah.
you know when you're gonna die now. 'Cause
Oh,
shit.
one day you turn into a monkey man. You're
And
like,
then
okay, I
the
have 7
birthday,
years
the
exactly.
anniversary of that. Oh, shit. That's
Oh
wild.
man, then you just kill yourself. That's fine. You as soon
Oh,
as you
you
turn
can
into a
take-
monkey man, you just take your life, or you an invincible monkey
I
man.
think you can
Yeah.
take
Bullets-
your life. It's
yeah.
like
Bullets bounce off of your
Yeah.
monkey man skin.
Yeah, you can't die. For sure.
yeah.
I definitely do wet feet. No, I'm just
It's
playing.
like
I
it's
don't
like
know.
Bruce Banner putting a gun in his mouth. Like the
That's
Hulk
true.
spits out the bullet.
Yeah,
sort of
that's
thing.
true. There's been instances where the Hulk got his head cut off and it just grows back because he's so angry.
I
The Hulk is
I laugh,
wild.
but I know that you're that's the thing. Yeah.
I think the Hulk may have lost his head more times than anybody in the Marvel universe at this point. Maybe other than like Wolverine or something.
Damn.
Deadpool probably.
Deadpool, yeah,
Deadpool's
yeah.
probably lost his head more.
I still haven't seen any of those movies.
Deadpool,
Yeah.
pretty good.
Yeah.
I would It's one of the ones that I would go see in the theater.
Dude, I might do attracts insects because then I could become like a bug-themed supervillain for sure.
I don't know that
James,
you.
Also,
I'm not doing the show with you anymore.
I
if
don't-
if you attract insects.
Yeah, dude, that would really
I'm
freak me
done.
out. I'm not
Yeah,
gonna
yeah.
lie.
I'm done with
I-
the show.
Did
at
you
that
see
point.
how visceral
Fine.
my reaction was the other night when
To
the
the
stink
stink
bug
bug?
was on my shoulder?
Yeah. I don't like bugs that much. I like they're fine, but I'm.
That's only attracts
don't
bugs.
like-
It's not tames bugs. It's
You're right,
not
you're right.
controls bugs.
Yeah, you just covered in like deadly bugs.
They're
all
just
of a
gonna.
sudden,
Yeah,
like,
honestly,
Praying
they're
mantis is
bugs.
just,
They're
like,
just
biting
gonna.
me and
They're
shit.
just gonna eat you.
Yeah. And if I like pass out for too long, fucking cockroaches would eat my dick off or whatever.
Bugs, dude. Ants. Ants immediately swarm your entire apartment and eat you alive. That's what attract. That's
yeah,
what
yeah,
attracted to
you die.
insects. Yeah.
If you have attract bugs,
I probably,
you just die. Like then you fucked.
you know what? I would do alliteration curse and then try to sell myself as some kind of like, is some kind of sideshow, like a poet. I do slam poetry or something, and like
Slam alliteration.
yeah, slam and I just
But
constantly be.
what if
I
it's
would just
not
speak.
like?
It just sucks.
Or-
It's like
Or-
silly
Or
snakes
you have
slip.
to come up with it. Otherwise,
slimy.
you can't say anything.
Oh yeah, you still have to be
Ooh,
just as
it depends.
improvisational.
Yeah,
It
I don't know. If
depends.
it took any skill, then I wouldn't be good at it.
You
probably.
get used to it though, and you get good at it.
Yeah,
'cause
you
it's
probably
all
get
you
good
do,
at it. Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
I'm kind of hung up on attract bugs because now I'm imagining, like the second your curse starts, you see how many bugs were in your house and they all just come at you in a
Start crawling
stampede.
at you, yeah.
So then there's a realization like, oh, my house was never clean in the first place, and now
And
here
now I'm
comes
about to
certain
die?
death.
Yeah. No, I'm good.
Wrong hands. I might take some wrong hands.
What is wrong here?
You didn't mention wrong hands.
I didn't say wrong hands. I think I
No.
said wrong hands. I don't really know what wrong hand.
That's an
means.
existential nightmare.
Yeah.
So like,
They could
you
be
could
someone
have somebody
else's
else's hands, or
reacting
you could
to
just
something
have,
else, or
like,
I don't know. Yeah.
You
Your
could
hands
still
are
have
left.
I don't know.
like
I don't
it could
know,
be,
yeah.
it could be a lot of things.
you could
Yeah.
still have your own hands, and you just completely feel disconnected from them.
Ooh.
Or there's somebody else's hands on your arms, and
Frankenstein
the
style.
things that they desire to do.
Yeah.
Fucking.
Ooh,
Will
it's just
start
like,
happening.
oh no! You have a copy of somebody else's hands, so they're actually doing the thing,
Oh, it's like
and they don't even
Stranger
know
Things.
that you.
Yeah.
You have voodoo hands.
Yeah,
Yeah.
voodoo hands that
Oh.
are
And
the
actually
other
connected to
person
someone
doesn't know.
else.
It's like just
Yo.
some dude in China.
No, that goes too deep.
You ever heard
Oh.
that Stephen King short story where like a murderer gets killed and all of his organs go to people and then fucking they start acting like the murderer?
Yes. Yeah.
Oh, and there's a guy who gets his eyes and all I can see is like him murdering people. It's fucking crazy, dude.
You've got a copy of somebody's hands, and then that person dies, so your hands are just dead now.
Ew.
Your hands just like
Your
don't
hands-
do anything now.
That's
They're just
disgusting.
limp at the end of your arms.
That is awful.
They don't like rot or anything because there's still blood
That
going through.
oh, you know what though? Eventually though,
Yeah, I
like
guess,
they start to just completely go away as the fucking
They fade away.
like fucking what are they? Infinity Gauntlet, fucking like dust.
Yeah.
Oh my god. I don't think
But
that's.
slowly, you just start dropping bits of hands, but they're not like bleeding or anything. It's just like
Ew. You lose a thumb.
I'm really stuck on the wrong hands thing and all the possibilities behind that.
yeah, that's
Yeah.
broad, dude. Wrong hands is probably
It's
the worst
just
one.
So yeah, because you don't know what that means.
Yeah.
You can't take a curse intentionally that you don't know what it means and what the repercussions could even possibly be.
Okay,
You know what I would do? I'd do hats fall off. Although then
You don't need a hat. Yeah, I just shave my head too.
I'd never be
I
able to
wouldn't
like
do long hair
ride a
anymore.
motorcycle or something because the helmet would fall off probably.
Yeah.
Like I wouldn't be able to do anything that requires
Well,
headgear.
Yeah, I guess it depends on how loosely you define hat.
I think a helmet would count as a hat.
Could.
You would think so. Wait, but yarmulke is that still like
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yarmulke would fall off. I think bandanas would fall off.
bandana's not a hat.
I think it's headgear falls
What-
off.
No.
That's changing the definition. 'cause
Yeah, you said hat
eyeglasses are
falls off.
headwear. That's not a
yeah,
hat.
but it's not. It's
And
not
a visor
it's not
is
it's
by
not top of
definition
the,
not a hat.
But I think if you wear it on the top of your head, like eyebrows and up, I think it falls off.
No, because visor fits that definition, and a visor is like by definition not a hat.
It's a
miss-
hat.
it's missing the
no,
It's
no,
a
dude,
hat.
it's not, dude. You don't.
It's a hat. Visors would fall off.
Joe, you have the power of the internet at your fingertips. Can we define hat real quick? Let's
I'm
see.
just gonna Google our visors.
Okay,
hats.
okay. I don't care what the definition is, but if you went to the hat section, you might
No,
be
'cause
able to find
if you put a
visors.
curse on me, if you put a curse on me that says all my hats fall off, and then my visors fall off, I'm gonna come back to you and be like, nah, see, that doesn't make sense.
This contract
Bro,
says
that's how curses are, though. Curses are always worse than they sound. Like it's always got a twist. Like when you get a wish from a genie and it fucks you up, and you're like, oh, I just want roots because you want to feel like you belong somewhere, and then you turn into a tree, like whatever that book was that they made us read.
Joe hires a lawyer. Uh-oh. Joe doesn't like the definition of hat.
I didn't find a definition of hats, but I googled our visors hats, and it was a bunch of like stores, and it was like buy visor hats, and I'm just like, I'm not gonna talk now.
Yeah, exactly.
Now,
Visor's a hat.
now
Shit,
I
isn't it
can
great when you're
imagine
right about
the
something?
visor, like it's mostly a hat. It's like all the hat cloth, But like the dealer's visor, like that just like dims the lights over them with the little green thing. Would you call that? Because it's just a strap with like a green tint drawn on it.
Anything that you wear on your head is a hat.
No.
You could put a bucket on your head and it would fall off because you got a
bucket,
bucket
arguably
hat.
a hat. Bucket, arguably
is
a hat.
Sure.
Okay.
If you put it on your head, it's a
What
hat.
the fuck
But
is with
again,
your shared
glasses.
definition of hats, yo? You guys
Hair
are so
tie.
weird. Yeah, okay.
Hair tie is not a hat, dude.
I agree because
that fits your definition.
no,
what
because
falls off.
let me justify it. It's
Instead of
because
above the eye.
that you are wearing in your hair and not on your dome. I'm talking about on your fucking dome. Yeah.
Anybody who's
If
just
you put
tuning
glasses-
in is having an aneurysm right
If
now.
you-
What the fuck are they
We're
talking
having
about?
aneurysm.
If you,
Yeah,
put,
yeah,
if you
yeah.
took your glasses and put them on the top of your dome, they would fall off because it's a hat, because you're wearing it on your dome piece.
This is what I'm going to be talking about right before I have a stroke.
What
It's
if?
like, you guys know what a hat is?
What
stroke
if,
you
what if
out.
you're laying in bed
Uh-huh.
and a woman sits on your face?
Mm-hmm. Is that a hat?
Is that a hat?
No!
Does she fall off?
That clearly does not match the definition that I just gave y'all.
I actually missed the whole definition. I was still thinking about fucking, I don't know.
What if a woman sits on your face? I like where your head's at, Joe, but...
But
No,
God
that-
forbid there's anything on top of it, because it's fine right
There's
off,
actually
dude.
something you said that made me think that, and I can't remember what you said. That made
It's
me
on the
think it.
dome piece. I'm talking about on the top of your dome. If you put anything on the top of your dome, if she tries to sit on your head like a stool, she'd fall off because then you're
Yeah,
wearing
but
your hat.
what if her ass is like right here, right, and you're doing your thing?
Then sure, she'd fall off, okay?
You know, like the phrase "I'd wear that ass like a hat."
Oh.
I had never heard this phrase before.
You've never heard somebody get called an ass hat?
I've
this
heard
ass hat
that, but
over
I
here.
never imagined it physically, I guess.
They
What?
say
Ass hat?
Lily Aldrin in How I Met Your Mother says, "I would wear that ass like a hat." About a hot bartender. It's another woman and everything.
I did
like this
not
whole thing.
watch that whole show. I watched a season or something. But
It's good.
I've heard the term.
Interesting term.
I've heard the
I
I've
feel
heard
like
the
I've
term,
learned a lot today.
I've heard the term turd cutter in reference to a butt.
Ew.
that is one of
Gross,
those
yo.
like visceral like brain reactions. I was like, oh, stop it! Look at that big old fat guy and that turd cutter of his.
So
Ew.
are you sticking with hats fall off? Is that your curse?
Yeah, I take hats fall off because I don't like
That's
to do
cool.
extreme sports anyway.
That's cool.
Hair. His hair hat.
Oh, if I immediately went bald, I'd cry and probably fucking slit my throat, dude.
So it just goes.
Oh my God. I
Oh,
realized
just-
my mistake. No, I'd be chill with going bald. I just.
An ejector seats right out of your dome. Just.
Oh my God, dude.
And then
No,
what
okay,
if,
I'm picking a new
so
curse.
what if hair isn't a hat, but you go bald naturally and you want to wear a wig? Is the wig a hat?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, toupee.
Yeah. Definitely.
Hair plugs. It's like, so let's say you do start losing your hair. Do hair plugs constitute as a hat?
Yeah.
Because they kind of implant them into your dome, don't they?
I believe so.
I don't know. I think it's
So it's
probably
like
a
it's
hat.
subdermal.
I guess not. I don't know, dude. It's vague. I don't see.
Which
I'm not
one
the
of
genie.
these curses would you put on somebody? Someone you really didn't
If I was
like.
mad at somebody,
Wrong hands would be a pretty good one.
Okay,
That'd
so
be good.
so yes, pick
I'd do
one-
Monkey Man.
pick
I'd do
one for
Monkey Man.
somebody you
Yeah.
don't like,
I'd do
and then
Monkey
pick one for me and pick one for Matt. Give us a curse too,
Man. Okay, for someone that
and
I
not
really
the ones that we picked.
someone that I really wouldn't like. 7 years Monkey Man. Matt, 7 years Monkey Man. No, just
I said thanks because that's the one I wanted. And then I was like, wait a second.
If it was like something real petty, if I was getting real petty with someone that I didn't like, I'd give them wet feet. Probably. No, because then they'd probably fucking get gangrene or some fucking infection, and I'd feel too bad, yo.
Oh, yeah, they get trench foot. I didn't even think about actual wet feet all the time.
Get trench
you
foot,
basically get trench foot and then gangrene.
I'd do violent soup phobia to someone I didn't like.
Oh, yeah.
Because it doesn't... Yeah, because it just sort of makes them look like an idiot, and it doesn't really impede their life too much, unless they only ate soup, in which case...
Or like they were a huge Panera Bread fan or something.
Yeah.
The soup...
They can't do the pick two anymore, so that sucks. They gotta pick one. They say, you want to pick two, and then stop it.
No, because they got like mac and cheese in the pick two.
Is the can enough to freak them out? Like the word, or like, the association?
Don't even say it. Don't even say it.
Oh, man.
If someone pours water into a bowl, like cereal... They'd probably be like, it's too close to put it. Like, don't show me that.
Whoa. Oh, yeah. Yeah, I've heard that question asked before. Like, is cereal soup?
Pretty much. It's cold soup.
I like how reasonable you are. Just like, you just decide. It's that's a little refreshing. I don't like people that ponder that shit.
Yeah, that does not blow my mind, you know what I mean? Because it's just language. You're just using it to describe shit. You could describe it as soup. Even if it's not technically, scientifically a soup, it's metaphorically a soup if you want it to be. Yeah.
Cereal soup.
Yeah.
You've got a boat made of wood, and over time you have to replace all the pieces, but you keep all the old pieces, and eventually you've replaced all the pieces and rebuild the same boat.
Is the ocean soup?
Ooh.
Because your boat is just an ingredient in the soup.
Oh man, you could never
all
go
the
out
ocean
there.
life.
I think there's an argument there, but I don't think it's like specifically soup enough for them to like.
Wait, what soup? Sorry, I tuned out because I was looking at my phone. My bad, guys. I'm an idiot.
The ocean is the ocean soup.
Yeah, that's
the ocean. Yeah. Objectively soup.
Objectively soup. The Earth soup. Mother Nature's soup. Yeah, for sure.
Oh, I guess we kind of are all just croutons on a giant soup.
We are. Yeah.
We're like the
I think land is salad.
I'm choking on the splinter.
Ocean is soup.
Yeah,
we're like the parsley and parmesan on top of a crostini that's in a French onion soup. You know? Like
super specific.
Yeah,
like the crostini.
It's like a fucking bread bowl, yeah.
Yeah, like the crostini is the fucking continents, and then we're all the seasonings on top, and then fucking soup is just surrounding us with all kinds of bits in it.
I might have talked about this before, but I fucking love the idea of a bread bowl. Nothing is more pure to me than fucking bread bowl. You fucking eat everything. You just eat the whole deal.
Yeah.
You even eat the bowl.
Yeah.
That's amazing.
Mm-hmm. You gotta be speedy on a bread bowl.
Yeah, true.
No. A good bread bowl holds its own.
I've never had a bread bowl. Never.
Oh, and you're out here having ideas about bread bowls?
I've had a few bread bowls in my day.
But I understand the dynamics of bread. Like, I understand that bread eventually gets soggy, but I do also get that if you have a nice outer crust on that bread, it's not going to be so bad.
Bro, I'm about to straight up eat
I also get that you can't...
bread.
You probably have to put, like, a chowder or, like, a chili inside a bread bowl, right? You can't do a straight-up broth.
No, you can do a brothy soup.
What? Like a chicken noodle?
What you do is you have a more dense bread.
Yeah.
And then you cut it out, and there's a good bit of like normal bread still in there too. That sort of soaks it up and creates like a moisture barrier.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then as you eat it, you like sort of scrape the side of the now
you guys are making me
inner
so
bread.
hungry.
It's so good. It's amazing.
Oh, dude.
Oh man.
Yo, do you guys ever just butter a piece of bread at home and just eat it?
I mean, I do, but he's vegan buttering it. So.
Yeah. Well, in fairness, most of the butter at my house is vegan. So, actually, most of the products in my not so much
coconut oil butter or something.
No, it's like vegetable oil that they flavor.
Cool.
It's it tastes like chemicals. It's not all bad. I like artificial shit as
like
it is.
A canola oil one, right?
Yeah.
Those are usually pretty good.
Actually. Yeah.
I don't even need butter.
But you dry bun it, dude?
I'm a dry guy.
Not about that life.
Yeah, me neither. I need some fucking
I'm a dry
lube.
guy.
So
bread.
you still gotta give me and Matt curses.
Oh. I can't focus for more than 3 seconds on anything.
Nah, that's cool. We were discussing soup. We had to. It was important.
If there's anything more important in this world. I can do with or without soup. I like a good soup every once in a while, but if you told me I could never eat soup again, I'd be like, nah. Okay.
Yeah, but I can't be afraid
I'm gonna
of
show you
soup.
get.
Yeah.
I'm gonna show you ghost animals. You get ghost animals, and you're gonna smell a little too good.
Joe drew,
Oh, no.
Joe drew the long straw on that one. Dude. Fucking, I feel like oh man.
But we still don't know what that one means, though. So it could
What?
that could have disastrous consequences. Smelling a little
Yeah.
too good, we
Yeah.
don't know.
Yeah.
That's true.
It's a curse. So it's like
I-
it might not be good.
I feel like just over time people start to trust you less or something. Like,
I always smell so good.
Just-
What the
Dude, people
fucking
would
fuck?
love you. People would be like,
At first.
yeah.
And then they'd grow suspicious.
You'd have to eventually. Oh man, could you imagine playing one-on-one basketball with somebody on a hot day, and you instead
no.
of like body odor coming out, you just still smell a little too good, and they're
No,
like,
that's exactly it. That's what makes it a curse. You smell so good, or just you
even
smell
when you
good all the
sweat,
time.
It starts to smell like really
So
good.
you have no reason in your own mind to shower, right? And then you get like all kinds of bacterial growth on
oh,
you,
dude.
and you start to decay because you don't shower as often as you should.
What the fuck? You
Because
would.
you're like,
You
I
would.
feel like
Don't-
eventually you'd
I'd
start
still
getting
shower.
open sores on your skin.
I-
You'd be like,
I'd
okay,
probably still
objectively,
shower.
I
I
need
just
to
like
clean
the
myself.
sensation of taking a shower.
You
Even if I
feel,
didn't,
fair.
even if
Dude.
I felt clean, I'd take a shower.
you feel the grime on your skin.
That's true.
If I work
That's
a
true. You'd still
12-hour
probably
shift in
shower.
the heat, dude, I'm chafing, dude. I need to shower, dude.
That's fair. All right. Yeah. I'd still shower. You're right.
Yeah.
But what
Get
do
your life
you
together.
smell like? Because there's situations like,
What
I
if
think
it's just you
I
smell
think
good to the other
Whoever's
person.
smelling it. Yeah.
oh, it's just
It's just like whatever
their
they think smells good.
Yeah. Why do you smell like?
It'd be such a good party trick. You'd be like, "Here, smell me. What do I smell like?" And everyone would describe it differently. You'd be fucking so fucking
People
cool, dude.
stop trusting
Oh my
you right
God.
there.
Thank
That's
you
how
for
you
this
get.
curse.
Oh my god, you're
That's how
welcome,
you
dude.
get government tested on, dude. That's where that ends up.
Oh,
You
You
end
tell
up
them you
in
met a
a-
gypsy. You say I
like-
met a fucking gypsy.
You end up in a bunker somewhere.
No, I get captured by like a cosmetics company, and they're just like milking me.
Whoa.
They're just making me
man.
run forever so that I sweat, and they take my sweat and put it in a bottle and sell it as perfume. They sell it as not only perfume but cologne under two completely different products, but it's just my sweat.
Well, that's the government harnessed you and then sold, like, is selling your essence to the perfume
Damn, I'm
companies.
sorry, dude.
No.
I'm sorry.
It changes the way
But
the
they
world
gotta
works.
find me first, so
True.
it takes a while before
But they
this
just-
happens.
they just get
so
a
I have a good life
bloodhound.
for a good while.
Yeah, they just get a
But the-
bloodhound and
but the
show him his
bloodhound-
favorite food and say, "Find it."
Yeah, maybe.
Well, give him anything that you've worn or whatever, somewhere you've been.
Yeah.
You'd
Oh
probably
yeah.
leave
Yeah.
an odor. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
And he just.
but that odor's different to everyone.
Oh, man, but
but
it just
to
gets-
the bloodhound would be the same.
It'd be the
It's
same to the
it's his
bloodhound as it is
favorite
to the
scent,
bloodhound,
but
yeah.
it just so happens to be in the car that he came in, and he just like never finds you.
Could be.
What's a bloodhound's favorite scent? What do dogs think about, dude? I feel like my dog is completely absent-minded until like there's, like he's not. I feel like I've given him a loose concept of time though, because when he takes too long standing somewhere, like sniffing around, I'll count to 3, and he knows like either pee by 3 or we're fucking moving, dude. So he'll either hurry up or he'll just be like, all right, I'm over this.
Yeah, I don't know. Give him. He probably has a good concept of time then.
He doesn't seem to worry when we're out. He seems to just go to sleep.
What do dogs dream about?
Oh, dude, he's always barking and
I
shit.
saw a study. They were talking about it, and they're like, well, people dream about, for the most part, people experiences and like
Yeah.
things that they do in their life. So, for the most part, dogs probably dream about their owners.
Oh yeah,
Oh, that's beautiful.
I hear my dog barking often in his dreams. Though.
Yeah,
Like,
because you're an
he's-
asshole.
he's-
yeah, he's through with my shit.
I was trying to set
subconsciously.
myself up
That
there.
was beautiful. That was beautiful.
I hear him go in the middle of the night.
Yeah. He's telling you how he really feels.
Yeah. I hate it here. I wish I was never born.
Nah, he's chilling. He's having a good time.
He's alright. I don't know if he's always having a good time, especially when he's like sleeping on the couch, and I already told him a million times he can't be up there. And now he sees me walk into the room and he just gets down like, oh, okay, now it's time to get down. Like, no, it's never time to get up, dude. Fuck you. I don't get a choice, though. Is your dog doing anything weird yet? Still, like, full-on puppy mode?
Yeah, he's just a puppy, dude.
He's also,
Puppy
like,
thing.
you're, like, he's gonna be so used to, like, my dog had a life before I got him, you know? Like, I wonder
Yeah.
what he experienced before.
Yeah,
Probably sucked.
probably.
Probably treat him way better, dude.
Yeah.
You end
That's
up
why
in a
he loves you
shelter?
so much. That's
Oh,
why he looks
shit.
at you with the love in his eyes.
Yeah, he's a good dog.
Hits you with those puppy dog.
I took him to get weed last night, like, in the car,
Uh-huh.
and he's just, like, he's very nice. And then when I got back into the car, he was, like, very excited to see me.
He was like, "You got that bag?
Yeah.
Yeah, you got that bag." I saw a picture yesterday of a dog. This guy's dog that he takes to the dispensary. It's like legal where he lives, I guess. And the dog likes to carry the bag of weed back. And it was like this little cute ass dog with like a paper bag that you just know is full of weed in its mouth, just like looking all cute and happy and on a little leash on the city streets. It was so fucking adorable.
My dog, when he gets a new toy, will take it on a walk with him. Like, he's so excited to have it, he just takes it with him.
Yo,
But there's been a
precious.
couple of times where he gets tired of fucking holding it, so he'll just drop it and keep walking. And then I'm like, no, go back, get that.
brought that, yeah.
You're taking it the whole way around.
That's not going to be here if we come back out here again. That's not just going to stay there.
Yeah.
This isn't home.
Yeah, he
That's
doesn't
not how that
understand
works.
object permanence. I've only taught him about time.
Damn.
Oh man, could you imagine having a real existential dog? He's like, can't be leaving any of this shit around. It's all gonna it's all gonna disappear. All good things in time.
Philosopher dog. He's like,
He get real annoying.
philosopher dog?
Yeah.
He'd be like, if you were on a train and it was about to hit 5 people,
Yeah.
but you had the option to throw a switch, change the track, and only hit one person, what would you do?
Why am I in that situation? Like, that's not my job. You know what I mean?
That's what I'm saying. Well, my whole theory on that is I wouldn't fucking do shit. That's not my train, not my problem. That's what I would say. I wouldn't throw the switch and kill one person instead of those 5. I'd say shit. I'd be
Let's
like,
say
this is somebody else's job. I was like, no way.
You're like Bruce Willis, though. Like there's some reason why you're on that train or on that switches in the first place. You know.
If I had a sense of purpose,
Bruce Willis
I'd
is
flip
the
the
actor,
switch.
not any of the characters he's ever played. And if he was in that situation, he would also probably have a moral dilemma.
Yeah.
Let's hope that he just has a seat somewhere and tries to avoid that situation himself too. I feel like celebrities are so up their own ass that they would take it upon themselves to like, oh well, you know, I'm a celebrity. I have the moral high ground at all times. I know what to do.
True. Oh, what do you think? You'd go and flip the switch or whatever?
Oh, I don't know. I don't know what Bruce Willis would do.
I don't know. I fuck with Bruce, so
I would let it
Reason
crash
why.
into 5 people.
I'll let him do whatever he wants.
I don't think we need any more or less humans. I think if a lot of them disappeared, nobody'd be remiss.
I mean, it definitely upsets some people.
Some people, but over how much time, you know?
Sure. Is life sacred though, or what? What's up? You think we should just go ahead straight up kill him, or
No, I don't think life is necessarily sacred.
you don't think life's sacred at all?
No, if everything dies, then no. You know?
Why would that make it?
Like I
not
would think
sacred?
death is more sacred because it's like the only thing guaranteed.
Yeah, but death is tied to life. You know what I
Yeah,
mean?
but life isn't guaranteed at any moment, you know? Death is certain.
Mm. Yeah, but death is only certain for things that are alive. So you have to have guaranteed life to have guaranteed death. They're tied too closely together. You know what I mean? Because there can't be death without life.
I don't care about humans though. I don't care about like it's like I like the people that I like, but
Yeah.
as a whole,
Yeah.
it objectively doesn't matter. You know what I mean?
Sure.
Like sure there's really good people, and then there's people that I like, and then there's everybody else, you know?
I like that you didn't realize, but you were circling the word "suck it" written on the table when you said that, which was
Suck
sort of like
it,
subconsciously
everybody
like,
else,
suck
dude.
it, world and humans.
I
Mostly just
I may have circled around where it says booty butt as well.
Suck it, booty butt.
Suck
sort
it,
of
booty
went
butt.
through both of them actually.
Yo, so if you were on a train and it was about to hit 5 people, no, it was about to hit one person that you knew, but you could hit the switch and instead kill 5 people that you didn't know and you never saw before.
And it doesn't affect me in any way. Oh, that's hard.
Again, why am I in this situation? Why do I have the control?
So you let your
over
friend
it?
die?
Probably not. You know what?
No,
you
why
know
would
what?
I know that my friend is about to die?
Honestly, James, if
There's
I
a
saw
screen. It's some jigsaw shit. I don't know.
yeah, if I saw Joe on the fucking tracks,
What
yeah,
if it's just like your coworker versus like someone?
I'd probably still versus somebody that I don't know or like
Versus
am
5
very very
yeah, because you don't
loose.
want your day to go. You don't want someone to not show up for their shift, I guess.
That well,
and ruin
I
your
like
day
the
at
people
work.
that I work with for the most part.
But if it was like their first week, someone you just started working with, like a
oh,
barely an acquaintance.
Ooh, how much do I know about them? Like, have
As
I
much
found
as
out?
you learn about a person in
week.
1 week of knowing them.
So like,
Not like you're not hanging out with them after work. It's just
versus 5 people that I don't know.
yeah.
Uh,
One.
I'd probably go for the.
recognizable
I'd
face.
probably go for the one person then. Probably. I mean, it's like it's somebody that I like. Super loosely know like what. But I mean, I don't think that. You know what? Let's still go for the 5 because the Earth is severely overpopulated as it is.
Yeah, I'd save my friend for sure.
Yeah.
I
They-
feel real bad about it, and they'd probably feel bad about it too. They'd probably have some fucked up survivor's guilt. You know what I mean? They'd probably like get in contact with
Oh,
their
yeah.
families and shit, or some bullshit like that, and they'd probably
You
end
know
up
what?
all
You would.
fucked up.
You feel really guilty about things. So if I saved you, you would feel really bad about it.
I probably would.
I don't.
Yeah.
Knowing that now, if I had that knowledge in that room, I'd
You'd let me
probably.
die?
Yeah, I'd probably.
You
If
bastard! I thought we were fucking friends.
we
Fuck
are,
you.
but I. You know what? If I'm really your friend, am I gonna let you go through the rest of your life
You're right.
thinking
That'd
like,
probably fuck
oh,
me up
it would
bad.
fuck you up really bad. You'd
Yeah.
stop doing the show. That's the only thing you'd be able to talk about. Hey, you remember that time you saved me instead of 5 other people?
Yeah,
you son of a
probably.
bitch. You're like
No.
sitting there smoking a cigarette, drinking a black coffee, like.
I would probably try to not make you feel guilty about the whole ordeal. I'd probably.
You'd feel just as bad about. You'd feel just as
Because
guilty
I
about
wouldn't want to
making me
give
feel.
you survivor's
Yeah, but
guilt.
then you're bottling it up.
Honestly,
I'd bottle
James,
it up like a motherfucker for sure.
Oh,
James, I'd
Absolutely.
probably talk you out of feeling, or I'd do my best to talk you out of feeling bad about it because I already made that decision. I probably didn't feel that bad about it.
Yeah, honestly, maybe I'd be okay. I think I'm pretty strong mentally. I'd be like, that was Matt's decision, not mine.
Yeah.
And it's just because I'm a dope guy that I lived, and this man loves me, and I shouldn't be ashamed of that. You know what I mean?
I also want to know how these 6 individuals ended up in the train track
Criminal
situation.
mastermind. I don't know. Satan. It was Satan. He jumped up and he was like, "Yo, I'm giving y'all the test. This is the Satan test." He's like, "What's up with it?" He rolls some dice and then like fucking comes in your face or something. And then says, "Your friend's on the train tracks." And
Satan's
then
cum
you-
is like out,
It
like
burns.
alien spit. Yeah.
Yeah. And then yeah, he like does a dance and you're on the train all of a sudden.
See, I feel like if it was Satan though,
Yeah.
like the one person would be like really good, and then the 5 people would be good. That basically adds up to the one person's good, and it's like, oh, do you save these 5 people, or like it's just short of that one person's good, but they're like good people, and you're
Yeah.
familiar with all of the 6 people,
Yeah.
and it would be like it would.
So it's like one really good friend and then 5 acquaintances. You
No, I mean like one would be like Gandhi,
mean?
and the 5 would be like people that
Politicians
also
or
did
something.
really good shit.
That's what. That's what I was
almost add up to
thinking.
Gandhi.
I was thinking about the other 5 people. I was like Abraham Lincoln and Martin Luther King Jr. and Gandhi are all on the other side, and then like there's
Oh,
just like
if it's them and then it's me on the other side, kill me.
Yeah,
Well,
yeah,
what the
yeah.
fuck is
Absolutely
Abraham
kill
Lincoln
me.
doing alive, dude? That guy got shot in the head. He should be
Let's-
dead anyway.
let's just
kill
say-
me so you can find out why
What's
Lincoln is
going-
alive.
Yo, no,
Yeah.
run Lincoln
Yeah.
over again because he'll be fine,
He
obviously.
got shot in the head. He didn't
Well,
get
kill
run
him.
over.
Yeah, fair. But kill him again because obviously he doesn't bother him that much to get killed.
You don't know.
No. Like I'm imagining
that's
it's a time warp situation. All of them just got warped there. They're only going to be there for that moment in time. they're barely even gonna
it's
know.
baby versions of everyone.
Yeah, they're practically catatonic. You know, they're like they're just kind of there, and it will affect the course of history if you let a train run them over. But even still, there's a lot of unrest. Those guys did a lot of peace works. Like, where would we be if none of them existed?
It's like the 1 is a bad person, and the 5 are like they're like a moderately bad person.
Mm.
You know, they committed a genocide, but it was like a smaller one in terms of human history,
Okay.
right? But then the 5, there's like Gandhi, MLK, and then on the inside is like Hitler and Stalin.
Yeah, so you're saving some of the good with some of the bad.
Yeah, fuck.
Yeah. Or you just kill one. No, because if you just have to kill one bad, you'd probably just pick to kill one bad.
Yeah.
Whoa.
But it'd be tough to get a mixed bag for sure.
Yeah.
You get a guy who's just like objectively bad, like a Mel Gibson. Like you're just like, you're an asshole. Like everybody kind of hates you, but then Hitler's on the other side.
Yeah. So you've got like, all right, so I can kill Bono, or I can kill. I don't know.
Joe hates the fuck out of Bono, dude.
Why does Bono hate up in here, yo? He played a good Timothy Leary.
Every week, I shit on Bono on the show. I don't know why.
Bro, I had a moment listening
Joe's
to
like,
fucking
Bono, dude?
U2.
No way, dude.
And I still haven't found what I'm looking for, dude. I'm serious. I was looking at a full-ass moon, dude.
And you know,
Fucking Bono was singing into my ear.
here we are.
Shit
It's
was
Sunday,
wild.
Bloody Sunday, and hoo-ha, Bob's your uncle.
What? Bob's your uncle.
That's what they say. He's English and shit. No, he's like Irish, right?
Oh, yeah, he's like Irish
I don't
or
give a shit
Scottish or
about
some
U2.
shit. I don't really know. I think he might be Irish, though.
If U2 never existed, I don't think the world would be.
I would do Hats Fall Off on Bono.
Hats. He doesn't like. So you know what? He wears that stupid ass
Yeah.
cowboy hat. So
It's
good.
like beanie sometimes.
Yeah, he'd be wearing hats. I see it. It was an interesting show, though, the U2 show. I enjoyed it.
They had their own
honestly.
show.
I saw them at Bono Room,
Oh, okay.
and they were, they played one of the slots, and they're fucking. I think I described it to you before. Their show was all like, it was really political, and it was like a lot of like people. It was like close-ups of like people looking sad, like in an army suit, or like a young Palestinian boy or something. You know what I mean? It was like super military, political.
Well,
It was kind of weird. I don't know. But I did look at the full moon as he sung. I still haven't found what I'm looking for, and I had a moment.
that was probably
that was probably
touching. Do you cry a little?
I might have. I
Yeah.
might have put my pants. I don't know.
I don't know. I was on a lot of
It's
drugs.
either one. Yeah, I was on a lot of drugs, and sometimes
In
they're one
fact-
and the same.
You two might not have been there.
Yeah, it might not have been you two at all.
It might have been somebody's ringtone that wasn't you two, but it sort of sounded like it.
He's watching Bruce Springsteen and the E Street Band, and he's fucking,
And I'm
like,
I love you, Bono.
Bono, the Edge is my favorite guitarist, and he's like, but that's not the Edge, man.
Yeah, he's like front row.
He's front row.
And Springsteen can hear him.
Whoa!
I love Bono.
Play Vertigo.
Dude, he'd probably just think I was heckling.
Free Bird.
You're clearly singing along to songs that he's not playing.
He's like 10th Avenue freeze out, and you're like, hell yeah, Sunday, bloody Sunday.
You've got like impeccable timing for the song that he's not playing.
Yeah, it's messing him up.
Dead
He's
on.
like, yeah. I'm doing like impersonations of the instruments too, and I'm like fucking him up on his bit.
Bruce Springsteen, the man who's been touring for like 50 years of his life.
Yeah.
You're the guy to trip him up.
He's
for
like,
him.
"Are you in 3/4?" He's like, "What's going on?" God damn.
Like, yeah, you just can't even perform anymore because
Yeah.
you've just fucked him up so bad.
He throws
And
the
he's
mic
getting
down.
old,
Just
yeah.
fucking him out of here, dude.
You
Yeah, he
just
starts
shake him
thinking
to
it's
his
him.
core.
Yeah. That might have happened. That could have easily happened. I have no idea what truly went on because I was under the influence of government-sponsored drugs.
I like to think at this point, Bruce is so old, he's probably losing his vision. You can't shake him up, dude. He just can't see you.
He can't hear anything.
Yeah,
It's just all
he's
right,
just so programmed. He knows all the shit. He's like Pinball Wizard, dude. He plays his songs by sense of smell.
Hell yeah, dude. I was not expecting to get hit with a pinball wizard.
That was good.
That was wild. Yo, I haven't thought about that song in a long time. That is
Oh,
wild.
you're doing it wrong then.
Yeah, you're right.
Oh
should-
man, I
you should
love
always
Pinball
be
Wizard.
thinking of that song.
Yeah.
You should be. What would Pinball Wizard be? Like that should be your moral compass.
Oh, Pinball Wizard is almost a curse, dude.
Yeah.
You have to live like Pinball Wizard.
Oh jeez.
He stands like a statue who becomes part of the machine. Like, oh god, no.
I think that maybe when I thought of lose like one or more senses at a time, but it varies. I think it might have been because of Pinball Wizard.
Oh man.
Because I was like, you develop really strong senses, but then you'd lose them. You know what I mean? You'd be playing pinball by smell, but then you wouldn't be able to smell.
Yeah, all of a
And
sudden you
don't be
can
able to
see and
feel.
your shit at pinball.
Yeah. Yeah. You're like, wow, that thing moves fast. You can't
How
even
was
see
I
that ball.
doing this?
Yeah. How was I doing this by smell, dude? That's wild.
That's wild.
You see like a million score count up there and it's ASS and you're like, man, that's me. I know it's oh man.
Well, you immediately lose.
Balls are just going straight down the center.
Do you think he was able to set his name like PBW on the
Pinball
machine?
Wizard. Yeah. He
Yeah,
smelled
he
it by
could
smell.
smell
Dude, he could
those-
smell the
You
electrons.
can
It
smell
has to be a
those
trick, dude.
7-segment displays.
Well, he could probably also count. He probably knows the alphabet somehow. He smelled the braille or something. I guess maybe not. That deaf dumb or
He's,
like.
that's all
Yeah, I
he can
don't-
do,
yeah, you're
dude.
right.
He's
That's
only good at
stupid.
pinball.
Well, he can smell the pinball, so I guess he could smell the braille too.
Yeah, if he can smell a pinball, he can smell alphabet. I don't know.
Maybe he just.
W, dude.
Well, I don't know. Maybe he just does the same pattern. So it's maybe not PBW, but it's like just random letters, but they're the same every time. Because he does the same thing to set it.
I got some questions about pinball, but who the fuck was that? The Who?
Yeah.
I got some fucking questions
has
for
to
Pete.
be a trick. Pinball wizard's got such a supple wrist. Bam, 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 bam.
Wait, is that what they said?
Is that what they? That's what I always assumed
Such
they
a
said.
sup-
I'm pretty
wrist.
sure.
That's fucking sick as fuck.
He's just got.
Yeah, you can't find the paddles now that you've got your eyesight. Like, where are those things? And the sense of touch. Because I guess Pinball Wizard has a sense of touch.
Because he becomes part of the machine.
Yeah, true.
That's like the best song ever, dude.
W.
Fucking, dude.
I'm not ready
That
to
song
call
gets
that
me
the best
so hyped, dude.
song
We're
ever.
playing that as soon as we
It's
go off, dude.
Not the best song ever, but it's good.
Yeah,
It's and it,
I was
it-
definitely jamming to that.
It's an
for
interesting
sure.
concept to think about too.
Yeah, right. I was listening to Godzilla on the way here.
Godzilla's a great
And
song.
I was like, God bless Blue Oyster Cult for like really thinking about what Godzilla's like actions and plans kind of are.
Yeah.
And they're like, he picks up a bus and he puts it back, he throws it back down as he wades through the buildings to the center of town.
Yeah.
He's waiting. It's so, oh man, that's such like a cool descriptor of what Godzilla
Because he just
is doing.
wades through the ocean.
Because he's
shit,
so
too.
much taller than any of the buildings.
Yeah.
He's just like, hey.
This is a dope song, dude.
That song fucking kicks, dude.
And fucking Dinosaur Jr. while we're at it. Unrelated, but just when you say Godzilla, it makes me think of him.
I don't know that I've ever really listened to a Dinosaur Jr. song.
No, you should
I've-
listen to him.
I know that they're kind of like a jammy type
Yeah, they're jammy,
band-ish,
yeah.
right?
Yeah.
I know I think I've definitely listened to them, but
Yeah. I don't know, you'd get into him for
you
sure.
like Meat Puppets? All I know is that Backwater song. And when I wake up in the morning and feel the sunshine on my face.
Was that the Brothers or whatever?
I don't know. But Kurt Cobain covered a bunch of Meat Puppets songs
Yeah, that's
on
what-
that live John.
Yeah, and he had one of the dudes on,
Oh, did he?
right? And
Yeah, I don't know about all that.
Yeah,
I just know
'cause
that-
he toured with them and shit.
Oh, shit.
I think, I don't know, but anyway, I think he had the one on the MTV Unplugged, and they played what, Plateau? That's that song, Plateau.
Yeah, I think fucking that Polly Want a Cracker song is a Meat Puppet song too, maybe?
No,
I could
that's
be
Kurt.
definitely. Oh,
That's
okay.
Kurt,
Yeah,
for
I don't know
sure.
enough about Nirvana either. I'm like half and half talking out of my ass here.
He might have played with him. He might have sat in on a Nirvana song. Though,
That's cool.
for sure.
Yeah, I like that Backwater song. Never heard another Meat Puppets song.
I only know Plateau. That's really all I know. But they're probably dope as fuck.
It's a cool name. My uncle is like a huge fan of them. Every time we'd be playing music at like Thanksgiving or something,
He'd be like,
he'd be like, could you put on the Meat Puppets or how about Queensryche? And I was like, what obscure bands? Like, all I know is that Silent Lucidity.
No.
Lying next to you, silent lucidity. It's about like lucid dreaming and like being like with the lady you love in your dreams.
Wow.
It's pretty well. It's very romantic. But they also they're like a prog metal band.
Yo, I watched The Fly again yesterday. I'm sure I've talked about this on the show.
Which one? Jeff Goldblum?
No.
Or the oldie?
The 1958 or whatever it was.
I've never seen that one. That's another. James brought up the Blob before we started, and I've only ever seen like the new Blob.
Yeah, it's all this old ass film for some reason. But it's so good. I love that movie, dude. It's amazing. You should watch it. I think it's a beautiful love story if you're into that. I think the trust shown between the man who morphs into a fly and his wife, beautiful. I've never seen anything like it.
That's nice.
And the opening scene is her smashing him in a press, killing her husband.
Oh, that's wow.
It's so sick, dude.
Wow.
I love that movie. Fucking Vincent Price is in it. He's like badass in it too. He's a good actor. I think they all act pretty well. The ending is so bad. The like controversial ending though. It's like the ending is
You can
like
tell me about it.
actually stupid. It's like it was parodied in The Simpsons, which is the only reason I know about that Steven Spielberg story where the murderers.
Stephen King.
Yeah. Where the murderers go out and they become murderers is because in the Simpsons episode where I guess Homer gets Snake's hair, but then the hair is like evil and it like crawls off and it's like crawling away or whatever. But the Simpsons parodied. Which one am I talking about? The Fly or what was the other one?
You were talking about The Fly, but we were also talking about The Blob briefly. But then,
yeah, I don't even know what I'm talking about anymore. I totally lost.
You were talking about The
shit.
Simpsons doing The Fly, the controversial ending to The Fly.
Oh yeah, you might have seen it on. Just thank you, dude. Damn, you're so on point with it.
I had that full Red Bull, dude. I'm seeing into the future, my guy.
That's sick. You might have seen it in The Simpsons where Bart goes in the teleporter and he combines with the Fly and becomes the Fly Boy.
No.
And then at the ending of the movie in the Simpsons episode is Bart's head is on a fly body and he's going, "Help me!"
Oh,
and then Spider crawls up.
Yeah,
and
I've seen that trope before.
Yeah.
On other things,
and
for
it's
sure.
so interesting because the movie's like fantastic. It's just like a really well crafted movie, I think. Like it's really good.
So
and then the last scene is like this really poorly made. Like this guy's head, his like the prosthetic that they put him in looks really weird and stupid, and it's just like a really like. It's like totally off the beat of the mood of the rest of the movie.
Well, so that would even suggest that like the Fly was just a fly the entire time while he's like metamorphosizing into the man, you know?
Well,
like,
he does have a struggle with the Fly. Like his arm. Dude, this movie is so good. His arm
But
turns
then
into
it
the
just,
Fly,
like,
and he has
it-
to like fight his arm back.
So it almost detracts from like.
It does kind of. Yeah, it almost doesn't make sense. It like kind of doesn't line up with the. But I mean, I guess he could have just slowly. The Fly with the human head could have slowly be becoming more human, and he could be taking over the Fly's consciousness or whatever. I don't know. It sort of brings up questions that are interesting, I guess, about the movie. I don't really know, but it's a good movie, and I fucking love watching it.
I gotta watch it.
It's so good.
On to the Blob, though.
The Blob?
So you know how like the Blob can't resist cold, right? But like he like giving and gendering the Blob.
Yeah.
But like heat is cool with the Blob. The Blob don't mind.
Mm-hmm.
So like imagine like Blob Planet, like the Blob 1, but he just can't end up on like Antarctica or like
And we'd all be building igloos and shit.
That's what would eventually happen. We just all move to fucking northern climates to
Anyone
avoid
that
the
could
Blob.
get away, yeah.
How would you?
But then I don't know, maybe the Blob would be good for the environment and then the ice caps would stop melting or whatever. But like imagine if like global warming kept stepping up and the Blob just kept getting more and more of the world, dude.
Can pieces of the Blob
Is the Blob about
travel
the ocean,
by
yeah?
sea? Huh?
Is the Blob about the ocean?
No, the Blob is not the ocean. The Blob is the Blob.
The the blob's a blob, bro.
So
Yeah, you're right.
can sections of the blob be brought somewhere?
I think so.
Okay, and then it'll eventually be an enormous blob as well, as long as it just keeps consuming.
Yeah, I think it can break off and be alright. I'm not 100% sure though.
You guys ever play Katamari?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. That game fucking. That's the best game.
For anybody who doesn't know, Katamari, what is it, Katamari no Naku?
Damachi,
or something like that.
Katamari Damachi.
Yeah. That's yeah. But you're just like a ball, and you just collect things and just accumulate
Like the
items.
blob, yeah.
Yeah, and you get
So
bigger and
good.
bigger, and then you can get bigger items
And roll up
until
the
eventually you're like rolling up people, and then you're rolling up cars and buildings, and
Yeah.
Oh man. Yeah, that's
No,
so funny, Joe. Oh my fucking god. That caught me just as off guard as the pinball wizard got you guys. Like
Alright, we're gonna listen to fucking Pinball Wizard and play fucking Katamari Damachi, dude.
What,
That's my
what
cravings
are we
now.
at now? Why don't we
How much time?
what are we
We've been in an hour,
an hour
15. That's all we
just
need.
saw it. An hour and 10.
Oh, okay. We
Hour
can
10.
we can go a little longer, probably.
Oh god, what do you have to talk about, dog?
I don't know, but I just broke the string on your Ewok fucking.
I don't think
Oh.
it came with the Ewok. I don't know. It doesn't matter though, for sure. Did you have something you wanted to talk about?
Not in particular. So I guess if we want to cut it here.
No, because you had said something before the show. You said I got something I want to bring up.
Oh. I don't know if it's gonna get. I don't think it's gonna like hit the way
we
that
can-
I thought it was
We
gonna.
can try it. We can try.
All
it.
right. Joe, can we do like a split screen YouTube and us? Because it's gonna be kind of hard. With because I want to watch a video, and like.
Maybe. Let me if
See,
I
this
still
is
have that
another
set
thing.
up.
I didn't bring it up before, so it's not like we could get
we
it
didn't
ready.
prep for this segment. What's the live stream? They
Oh,
don't.
see, that's all backwards.
Yeah, that's okay,
no,
Joe.
that's
Well,
fine. For us, I'm fine with it.
That's,
This is.
oh, there you go.
We never said this
that
was a
me.
fully produced.
Did you see that?
yeah, but it might cut the
No, I
audio if we're going back and
See
forth.
what happens over here.
Yeah.
Are we still getting
It was
audio on the
pretty
live stream?
Are we really trying to appear like we're any sort of professional, dude? You know what I
So
mean?
that's all messed up.
That's not messed up.
And then look, watch this. The background
Oh.
popped in, and then you guys popped in.
Yeah,
That
that's
was
kinda
my
sick.
house, wasn't it? That
Yeah, the
before.
old-
That's so
Yeah.
funny.
Yeah.
We got a bunch of scenes we could delete from this thing and have like old shit in the background.
Yeah.
Like we've got scenes that have your house in it. We've got scenes that have my house in it.
Yeah.
It's all
We
sorts
have
of messed
scenes where we did the green screen of my house at your house in it.
up. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. We do. That's funny.
What was the video though? Just summarize the video. And we'll talk
Oh,
about
it's this really terrible rapper guy.
it. Okay.
boy.
Who?
And
Who-
see-
Is it where they at? What's going on?
It's just this dude, and he's like rapping next to a car and this lady the
that's-
whole time, and it's just it's excruciatingly bad. But I just don't think it's gonna translate the same way like right now.
Yeah. It's just out on the street. I got a couple good bad performance videos to show you for sure.
We got to do that another time. I just don't think we're like queued up.
Yeah, cringe
Cute.
compilation though. We can make our own
Oh.
cringe compilation.
I love cringe. I used to watch a lot of cringe compilations. Something about that feeling in my blood. I need it.
Yeah, it is fun sometimes. I don't know. I like that kind of shit.
All right. Well, I can talk about that meme that I sent you guys. It was like way overblown.
Yo,
I
you
don't
know
e-
what is so funny?
I don't even remember
Because
what
I
it is
tried to
now.
respond to that, and for some reason my messages wouldn't deliver, and I was like, I was like, wow. So now I'm just like not gonna respond to this.
That's
Like this is
pretty
the
funny.
meme, and then no one said anything about it. It was like this meme's gonna cause a stir, and then
That's funny.
nothing
All right. So
happened.
it was a tweet. Somebody said, PSA, don't ever let your printer know that you waited until the last minute to print something out, and you're in a hurry because they can sense fear.
Oh,
And it was not that funny, right?
But I did relate to it because
I
of-
absolutely relate to it.
because of my experience with printers and how close I am to
Well,
printers and how inside printers
so-
I always used to get.
The reason I wanted to talk about it is that You guys remember at my wedding, I read my vows off my phone?
Yes.
Because I decided to print them right before I left the house to go get married.
Yeah.
That was a terrible idea. They just wouldn't print.
Yeah.
I spent like 10 minutes trying to get these things to print.
That's
my
so
my
funny,
vows
dude.
to print, and they wouldn't. So I read them off my phone instead.
You should have.
You know what? It looked more modern that way. It almost wouldn't have made sense to me had you printed them out. Because, Joe, you're a very modern man, you know?
Joe is a modern man.
Joe's got like a
guess that's
full
true.
like Google Play hookup in his house and shit. He's like, hey Google, adjust my temperature in my house. That's space age to me, dude. You might as well be living on the goddamn
Can
moon.
you tell Google to set the temperature in your house?
He could do it from here right now.
I could, but my heat had broken I guess it was December. I don't remember. And I was like, they're going to blame it on this thermostat that's been on the wall for over a year now. So I took it down
Yeah.
so that they wouldn't bitch about it when they went to fix my heat. And I just haven't put it back up yet. So I don't currently have it set up to do that. But I did have it set up to do that.
Yeah.
And I actually did that regularly when we were doing the show there. Because I wanted the heat to be up higher because it was colder in the room we would do the show in.
Yeah.
And then I'd turn it off so that it would slowly drop back down
Yeah.
as we were doing the show.
Crazy.
Not
man.
only is Joe a very modern man, but he's also a very classic man. So I just as easily could have
Yes.
seen him writing his vows with like a
script.
a quill
Yeah.
and parchment.
Joe is like a blend of the classical and the modern.
It's
dude.
true,
How do
dude.
you do it?
He's
How
a
are you
fucking.
both sides of the coin?
You know what he really is? A Renaissance man. Dude.
Joe is a Renaissance man.
You're practically steampunk, dude.
All right, I'll take it.
What if Joe went steampunk? What if Joe started wearing like a top hat with
And goggles
gears
and
on
shit.
it? Yeah. That'd be so dope.
Dude, I have like a steampunk plague doctor tattooed on my back, and that like steampunk is like so like not that cool now. And like I still love plague doctors and stuff, but like steampunk has really lost its luster for me now. But like
Let's get back into it. Let's make this
just make it big again.
Yeah, yeah.
You ever seen the cyber goths, the ones that dance under the bridge and shit? Oh,
I
man.
think so. I think I know what you're talking about.
It's the one that everybody sets to other music,
Yeah,
and they're
yeah.
like dancing under the bridge.
Yeah.
That's but cyber goth died out just as hard as steampunk. Like it was just a very
Dude.
quick like
We could bring it back.
because it's too much of its own thing. It doesn't like bleed into other things and be able to metamorphosize. That's almost like a cul-de-sac and on the side of a highway. You know what I mean? Like cyber goth was like too specific for like goth kids to fully accept them. They're like,
Yeah.
yo, fucking, you're not goth enough. And then the rave kids were like,
You guys
yo,
are
you're
too
not.
goth.
Yeah, you guys are too goth. This doesn't make sense in our club.
Yeah, I don't know. They're probably still out there having a great time.
There's
Cybergoth.
it's
Probably
it's
everybody. Yeah.
mad niche, but yeah, they're out there.
Yeah.
I saw. Oh man. Okay, so I went and saw Death Grips. With
did you?
yeah,
Shit.
but
Dude, what is that like?
they awesome.
Yeah, I bet.
I'll tell you about that in a minute. But they were co-headlining with Ministry, and Ministry is like they're like a weird goth band,
Uh-huh.
right? So, Death Grips opened the show. They played like an hour straight, just like no pauses, dude. It was honestly, I took a little bit of acid before the show. And when the show started, the entire crowd, it had to have been like at least 2,000 people. They packed the E Factory.
Yeah.
Everybody fucking went forward at once, and I was suddenly off my feet in the crowd,
you
just
talk about
fucking.
that. I didn't
Yeah, I've
realize it was
definitely
Death
brought this up
Grips.
before.
Yeah.
But after Death Grips played, I didn't want to sit through Ministry because they kind of suck. So, but
Shout
next
out Ministry.
next door, there's like a lounge.
That's our sponsor today.
Yeah, the
Ministry.
band Ministry.
Yeah.
But cool guys, you made a mind is a terrible thing to taste. Yeah, whatever. But no, I'm sorry, that's stupid.
They're gonna come fuck me up now.
Probably not.
I don't
You could
know.
just
I don't
pull
know
out.
anything about them.
You could just like bend them over and pull in their piercings and shit, and they'd be like, stop.
Yo,
But
piercings are a liability.
yeah, definitely. Yeah, the baby has been grabbing on my nose rings and my earrings and shit. It's kind of like
When you said da baby, I thought you were talking about da baby.
that's every time I say the baby, it sounds like duh to everybody
I've
for
heard
whatever.
the.
Da baby.
But
I've heard
are
the.
you aware of the rapper Da Baby?
I mean, no.
That's why you didn't immediately
That's why-
associate it, because you would if you knew.
I guess. Yeah.
Debate.
You've heard me say
Debate was grabbing on my piercing.
Oh man. Yeah, I meet him privately.
Well, when he said it, I thought that the baby had some kind of piercing and it got pulled on or something.
Oh,
he was in
no.
a scuffle. That's what I imagined.
But
I was like,
anyway,
the baby news. No, it's your
I
baby.
completely got off fucking topic. So
Sorry,
next
I did too.
next door, there's like a lounge / bar at the E Factory, and they were doing like a goth night, and there was like full on leathered out like gas mask fucking cyber goth kids in there doing the full on.
Yeah. Hell yeah! Look at you busting it down.
That
dude.
wasn't. They're not.
Do you
I'm
have a
not
passion for
nearly.
dance?
Do you have a passion for dance, dude? Do you ever go to the bank? Oh my god.
Was that good? Did that look good? I'm about to rewatch that. Dude.
Yeah, hit it again. Well, it might be coming up now. I don't know.
Yeah.
No, hit it again, dude. Show us it live. Give me a. Oh.
Oh, there it is. There it is. Yep, it's
Wait.
coming up. It's coming up.
Here
I'm
it
talking about the
comes.
gas mask, and I'm
mask.
doing the full on.
Look at him! Look at him!
Oh my god, that's not very good.
Dude, hit it
Don't
again.
gas me
No,
up,
hit it
dude.
again,
That's
hit it again,
not
hit it
fucking
again.
right, dude.
I don't know.
Yeah, I
Let's
wouldn't
do
do.
something.
If you were making yourself look ridiculous, I wouldn't gas you up that way. So you kept going,
stupid
dude.
arm
Yo,
movement
don't do
too,
it
dude.
just for the views, dude. That's not good.
I'm
That's
doing it so you'll do it.
Yeah, you want me to foolish,
Yeah,
man.
dude.
That's what
No, I just
James.
want you to dance, so.
That's what James wanted at Olive Joe's wedding, and I just couldn't bring myself to
Matt
dance.
I did want you to dance, dude.
You know what it probably was? We just sat around like smoking joints all day, and by the time it was time to dance, I was like, I don't know about all this. Like
Yeah.
my palms are sweating and shit already.
Yes. Yep.
Eventually,
James.
I just like kind of go inside and get hyper observant about everything around me. I'm just like, it turned
did,
more into
yeah.
like a people watching session. Just like, oh, look at all these fucking
Yeah.
people. Goddamn.
It was a wild time. It was a wild day for us.
I'm not used to crowds. I don't think I really do well in crowds either.
No.
They kind of make me weird.
I don't like crowds that much either. Dude, the last time I went to Bonnaroo, it was so packed. And apparently the ticket sales for Bonnaroo this year are like off the charts too, and there's going to be so many people. And that sounds terrible, dude.
Are you going?
Like, no.
Yeah.
No way. But, I mean, I maybe I'd do it again, but, like, the one year, like, the night that, like, the Chili Peppers and, like, Cage the Elephant and, like, a bunch of big headliners were playing, just moving around anywhere, like, within Centeroo, like, where all the stages were, like, you were just packed body to body.
Yeah.
And you just had to, like, sort of flow in, like, a fucking river of people. It was insanely packed. And we literally, like, to stay in a group, we had to clasp shoulders, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And, like, hold on to each other. And even that was, like, not perfect because people would just, like, bust through you know what I mean?
It's no wonder why people end up dying of like dehydration at those
Yeah.
things, because
And that wasn't even at the stage. That was, like, between stages, just on pathways, like,
Oh my
to
God.
other stages. Like, it was
Jesus.
just insanely packed.
Yeah, I've never been in anything like that, and you're kind of talking me out of it.
That's why a lot of like big festivals like that get bigger and bigger, and then they just shut down because they're like, we're too
Yeah.
big now. We
Yeah.
can't do it anymore.
Yeah.
This is too big to do.
Yeah. It got wild. But I did have some great times, and I did love it. And I probably would go back eventually.
I think they just have to realize, like,
You know what would
you can only make X amount of money before it becomes like a genuine danger to do. So you have to like cap it somewhere, and then there's no
and
room
it's,
for
it's
growth.
lower than the cap.
Yeah,
I would have to. It'd have to have like a killer set, like killer lineup or whatever, and also like I'd want
Like
to go
literally murderers.
to literally murderers, and also I'd want to go to one that was like somehow like sustainable, because like when you go to those things and you look at like the effect that it's probably having, like the way these people act at these fucking festivals, I'm gonna fucking shit on festival goers right quick.
Well, do you think the ones that are done on like pavement lots, like, you know, big venue parking lot type deals, where
I
it's
don't
like
know.
a couple day festival and then it's not like damaging the environment or something? Because you
It's
see
still
those
people
like
are gonna throw their shit everywhere and shit's gonna blow away and
Yeah.
bullshit like that. Like people are really like people leave people. Some people camp and leave their camp.
yeah.
They leave the tent. They leave the easy ups. They leave all their shit. They
Well,
just say see ya. They leave their tarps.
It's also
like, "We're
somebody's
done."
job to clean all that shit up. So At least
Yeah.
there's some kind of.
But
like,
also that means they need to drive a bunch of like dumpster vehicles and
damn.
collect a ton of trash and like
I see you, dog.
burn some coal and shit. And like I don't know, it's like
I don't know how much
it's
coal they're gonna need to burn, but I see where you're coming from.
and fucking slit some little baby rabbits' throats.
Yeah,
and shit.
and dump
You're
a
gonna
bunch
have
of
to do
oil
animals.
into the Exxon Valley.
Yeah, exactly.
From the
They're gonna
Exxon
have to
Valdez
spill
into the
oil.
fucking North Pole.
Exactly, they're gonna have to call BP and fucking crash one of their
You're gonna
ships.
have to gather up a bunch of animals and coat them in the oil.
Yeah, exactly.
They just have a big tub of oil and they have a conveyor belts of animals just falling into it. And
They're gonna
taking
make
them out.
like the penguin Joker, like
It's like a chocolate fountain with oil, so they just run them through on a conveyor belt.
Yeah. Let's
Run
do
the
penguins. We got penguins. Can we get seals next? I want to see seals on deck. Yeah, dude, that is what it's like. Honestly, that's how I feel sometimes.
Do we have another batch of birds ready? Because they have
They're
to be in
wings,
a cage because
yeah.
they'll fly away.
Yeah,
so
yeah.
we gotta capture them and put them in a cage.
Don't let that fly away.
Apparently, the oil on a duck's feathers are what make it float on top of the water, and then like when that oil gets down underneath that oil,
And
like,
they can't bob
They just
anymore.
fucking
Oh, really?
just
They sink.
they sink.
Uh,
Goodbye, ducks.
yeah, that's good luck.
Goodbye, ducks.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like a super hydrophobic coating with oil on their feathers.
That's fucking crazy, dude.
It's awesome.
Yeah, it is awesome.
That's such a cool thing to evolve to have.
Yeah,
They're-
evolution's wild, dude. It's all the way wild.
I was just watching this thing about like animals that shoot acid and shit, and so there are these
want
wood.
that.
Yeah.
Yo,
can
give me
keep
one
that.
of those, dude.
No way.
But there are these wood ants that shoot this like stinky acid at, and it's like irritating to the skin and like eyes and shit.
Uh-huh.
But these birds have figured out that if you like land on top of wood ants and like dance around on them, they shoot the acid all over you. It kills all your parasites and cleans your feathers.
Neat.
So like, and I don't think birds really have a sense of smell. Maybe they do. Maybe vultures do. You know,
Yeah, they must.
Yeah, I think they do. But it might.
Birds.
they have better eyesight than they do like any other senses. I'm pretty sure.
Olfactory. Are we talking about the olfactory?
Yeah.
Oh,
Olfactory
olfactory.
refers to taste too, doesn't it? Though.
I think.
Yeah, I think it's that like sort of taste sense combo. Like I think there's the sense of smell and there's the sense of taste, but when you combine those two, it's the olfactory sense.
Yeah.
I believe.
So birds.
could be wrong.
Birds aren't affected by capsaicin in peppers. So that's basically why peppers have developed to be hot. So animals like us don't chew them up and eat them because then they can't procreate. So then birds eat them, eat the seeds. It doesn't fucking
Don't give a
matter.
shit.
Yeah. And then it's fertilized and you can just grow a pepper plant into some bird shit. Yeah. Plants are cool, man. The adaptations
So
between
are animals.
yeah,
the-
it's so true.
Nature crazy.
Yeah.
I
Yeah,
sat
for real.
probably for like an hour and a half straight last night just like watching nature videos on my phone. That's like half of my YouTube subscriptions.
It sounds like birds do smell, by the way.
Bro, okay. Fucking have you guys seen that guy Coyote Peters on YouTube? The one that gets bit by animals and shit. He like gets he's the one getting stung by like bees and fucking oh my god. I'll show you that when we're done too. But he had like one of the biggest YouTube channels constantly on the trending page. Every time he put out a video, blah, blah, blah. Probably making hand over fist money off of YouTube. Because it's so kid friendly too. It's just nature show. And then he sold out to fucking Animal Planet. And now his like homie runs the channel and he's just like not as charismatic.
I
Dang.
have to say that there's nothing wrong with being on Animal Planet. People that have been on Animal Planet are great people.
Look, I'm saying
Some
in
of the
this
best people in the world.
modern day, he could have gotten around and made more money on YouTube than he could have ever made on Animal Planet. So like,
I don't know, he
and
probably-
reach a broader audience.
He probably like effectively retired. He sold his shit and he's probably just chilling mad like hardcore. He's just fucking. He doesn't have to get bit and stung by bees anymore.
He's probably still doing it, dude.
Yeah, probably a little bit.
That was
but he was
literally
like, I can't be making this my job no more. He might be
That's true.
concerned about his health or something.
his like first viral video was him getting like bit by an adolescent alligator, like just on the arm. He like
Nice.
let it just chomp. But he's also done one where he like put his arm in like a cast thing and let a snapping turtle bite it, dude.
Yo, those things got jaws.
Yeah. That's one of the last things I'd ever want to. They'll get you on the toes, man. They'll fucking take them right off.
Yeah. For sure.
Yikes.
For sure. That's why I'll never go skinny dipping again. Is because I remember that snapping turtles exist.
Mm-hmm.
And I was
Oh
like,
yeah.
I was like, damn. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
So I can't
And they
be having
do
turtle
fucking.
bite.
I mean, if you disturb one off the bottom, because they're usually like, oh no, snapping turtles around here are like predators. They have to
Yeah.
swim around and get.
Yeah.
Your little wiggle worm's gone, dude.
Yeah, exactly. That's
There's
what I'm
nothing.
saying.
There's no resistance to that thing,
Dude,
dude.
yeah. Fucking gone in a fucking second. Yeah, I was at this, that, I guess I'm not gonna, like, describe it, but at, like, that quarry, that big fucking rock face.
Yeah.
And the, like, pool there.
Mhm. Most quarries. So, I mean, at least you're not being too specific.
Yeah.
The one right here.
yeah.
We bring up a map.
GPS coordinates,
Yeah.
129 longitude.
I hopped in that thing, and there's, like, big-ass fish in there, and that
Are
shit
there?
goes deep.
Really?
When I went in there was, like, fish. There was, like,
Isn't it
multiple
wild
species of fish.
How, like, life like that can end up in a place, and you're like, how did you get here?
Yeah, for
Yeah,
real. For real.
Honestly. But there's so many creeks, and there's, like, a big man-made, like, estuary thing right over there. So I imagine if it just... And that creek floods like a motherfucker.
True.
So I imagine if something like laid its eggs or like, and then just eventually washed into it, like because there's the quarry here, and then there's like a fence and like a little walking trail, and then there's the creek right there. So I guess if it did flood over,
Yeah.
that's kind of neat though. That is super neat because there's like catfish in that estuary too,
Yeah.
and that makes the least sense because it's like completely removed from everything.
Yeah. Yeah.
That leads me to
wild.
believe that they put them in there.
They probably, I don't know, because it's not a fishing spot. I don't
No, it's
think.
not. But I think they do something to clean the water. I
The
think
fish,
that it's like for a healthy
Yeah,
ecosystem
for sure,
in there.
for sure. Yeah, they throw some fish in. But yeah,
There's snakes and shit in there. I've
Yeah,
swam in there
there's-
a million times, and there's like
there's
fucking
snakes and shit.
water snakes and shit.
yeah. Probably will not take my clothes off and hop into bodies of water anymore.
I skinny dipped in that more than a couple of times, and never
Yeah,
thought
yeah.
about my fucking ding dong dangling. For
Dude,
a
you gotta
fucking
think
big
about your
old
ding dong
snapping
out
turtle.
here, dog. You gotta be worried about that thing.
You're right. You're absolutely right.
You gotta take that thing down.
I now thinking about all the
You gotta
times.
tape that thing down.
Yeah.
You're playing rugby.
Sure, could be. You never know what's gonna happen.
You'd have to duct tape it if you're going swimming, because
Ah!
like that adhesive's gonna fucking, and then you're pulling.
Yikes.
Yeah.
Oof. I don't want to think about duct tape on my dong.
Duct tape.
Yeah,
your
you
genitals.
probably pull skin, dude. I'm not
And
gonna lie.
today's
It's
message
pretty
is
delicate
duct
skin.
tape your genitals. Go home and put duct tape on your genitals. Thank you. Good night. Wow. I just remembered that I left the sink on. Sorry. I'll just turn it off on my phone. I have Wi-Fi sync. There you go.
But Coyote Peters, yeah, fucking, damn you, Coyote. But I
Damn you,
love,
Coyote.
I love Jeff Corbin, and the Crocodile Hunter, fucking Steve Irwin.
Yeah.
They're fucking-
Steve
they were
Irwin's
great.
real as fuck. Yeah. I liked him.
Or was it Jeff Kerwin or something? He was the other, like, he would go to these exotic places,
I don't know.
catch animals, tell you about them. Oh, you guys remember the Kratt brothers? They were on Zaboomafoo.
Yeah, it was a boomafoo.
Oh man! And then later on, like they wanted to stop doing like kids entertainment with animals, so they got their own show on like National Geographic where they were just like, and they could be a little more adult. I remember they were observing these like bighorn sheep, and they were like, "Oh, look at that one, man! He's pissed," and I was like, "My childhood." One of the Kratt brothers just said, "Piss."
All the way wild, dude. They'd have like the fucking like cartoon sequences and like the claymation sequences.
Yeah, that
and
was
the
weird.
Real life sequences. It was so crazy. It was awesome.
Yeah, whoever came up with that was just as like, oh man, I watched this documentary on Jim Henson. I think I brought this up on the show before, but
Maybe.
fucking, oh god,
Jim
dude,
Henson was
it was
a guy.
touching. It was
I
so,
bet.
oh
I
man.
bet.
And then when they get to the part where like he gets pneumonia and it was like avoidable, but he was kind of like traveling and shit, and he just ends
Yeah.
up dying of pneumonia. You just, oh dude, I was so fucking heartbroken.
That does suck.
They were showing parts of his like his funeral, and his wife came out and sang Rainbow Connection.
Oh my
dude,
god.
it was so fucking rough.
Yeah, that song is hard. I got the fucking Muppets. I got that on vinyl. Muppet soundtrack.
Hell yeah.
Muppet movie soundtrack on vinyl. Fucking Rainbow Connection. We'll hear that. Listen to that later with the fucking crackle and pop. That's how we get out of a vinyl disc.
Lovers, dreamers, and me.
Oh my god. Yo, that shit's pretty good.
Dude,
oh my god, I
and
cannot stop knocking on the table.
And you know what? Jim Henson was always on like the cutting edge. Like he wasn't like stuck to the Muppets. He wasn't stuck to doing fucking just
he was doing
puppetry
some
work.
wild shit. Yeah,
like
he was
before he
stuff.
died, he was trying to integrate like all the 3D stuff that was happening in the 90s and like
yeah.
Oh man, fucking legend.
Jimmy.
Fucking, if there's a heaven, him and Bob Ross are just kicking it and they're the only ones there.
Bob Ross went to hell.
Bob Ross went to hell.
Oh.
For sure. There's no way he didn't.
Somebody that relaxed, there's no way he could have fucking...
Yeah, he had demons.
Dude, well, apparently he was a drill sergeant.
Yeah. I think we talked about
Yeah,
this.
dude, just like, oh man, they're American Pie. He's like the three men I admire the most: the Father, Son, and the Holy Ghost. They're like one of my two. Father, Son, Holy Ghost is Bob Ross and fucking. I guess Jim Henson and then Mr. Rogers. Just the three most pure souls.
They're all right, dude. They probably.
Dude, Jim Henson only wanted kids to get an education. That's the entire reason he fucking like started. He started Sesame Street. Like, that was his first like big major project.
Yeah, true. That's pretty righteous, I guess. I don't know.
I love that shit.
Yeah.
Where would we be without Sesame Street? You know,
Dude, I wouldn't fucking know the alphabet.
that was a huge part of our generation, especially because that was
Yeah.
where like they had like that's where the Muppets started too. Kermit the Frog was on Sesame Street first.
Well, I don't know. Is that true?
I thought.
I don't know. I don't know the.
I watched that documentary.
I
I
guess
could
you'd
very
know.
well be remembering it wrong.
I guess
but-
you'd know better than me. But wasn't there like a Muppet show? I don't know. Before like Sesame Street.
Oh, ooh, you could be right. They did the Muppets Sex and Violence. It was
Yeah.
it was like a one-time show, and then they like got reordered for another one.
Yeah.
Yeah, you know what? And then I think he did.
Yeah. What was that movie that like had Muppets and someone wanted me to watch?
There was that one that came out with Jason Segel
It
not
might
that
be
long ago.
Yeah, I don't know.
Well, there's the one. I don't know if it ever even came out, but they were like fucked up.
Yeah, it was like an
There was-
R-rated Muppets.
Yeah, but they weren't Muppets, but they were designed to look
Yeah.
very much like Muppets.
It's called the Happy Time Murders.
Yeah, Happy Time Murders, yeah.
I started it, and the very beginning scene is like the police commissioner banging this hooker in his office or something, and then like just like a jizz blast like all over the windows and shit. He's like, oh, like
Yes.
very Muppet like.
Yeah.
But I don't. Melissa McCarthy's in it, and she's fucking unbearable. So like that part was very funny, but she hadn't been in it yet, so I imagine she'd sucked the life out of the entire movie.
You didn't watch past the jizz scene?
I turned it on, and then I think Autumn wanted to watch something else. I was like, yeah, cool.
Yeah.
Doesn't bother me.
Doesn't bother me. I don't want to meet Melissa.
Dude, I've never seen her in something that I like. It's so hard.
I don't 100% know. I think I know who you're talking about. But I don't
She's
know.
she was
She was in like a movie with like
She was in Ghostbusters. She was in that new one with
I didn't see that.
not new one, but with Jason Bateman.
Yeah, where they're like
call
spies
together.
or whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's what I was trying to reference. Yeah. Yeah. Okay, I do know who she is.
She's terrible.
I don't know. She seems
Terrible,
alright.
awful. And at the beginning of her career, I literally said at the beginning of her career, I was like, oh, they're just making her the new Chris Farley, and eventually, like, I was like, eventually she's
when
gonna
Matt
get.
when Matt first became aware of her, not at the
Yeah,
beginning of her.
yeah.
career.
Yeah. But when she first started hitting it big, I literally said, I was like, wait for it, dude. She's gonna be on the cover of People magazine, wearing the living in a van down by the river suit, and they're propping her up as the female Chris Farley. And wouldn't you know it, SNL dressed her up in the fucking living in the van down by the river.
Is that for real?
And then she ended up getting the cover of People magazine just separately. They didn't make her up like that. But I was like, Jesus, if I'm not God, you know.
If I'm not God, I'm his fucking son.
But it's like but I can only make shit that I hate.
Yo, maybe that's what it's like for God, and that's why he hates us so much. He's always smiting us and shit.
He's always so ashamed.
He's just ashamed of his work. It's like, fuck, I can only make shit that I fucking hate.
You know what, man?
It's like an artist just practicing.
Yeah. He's laying these rough sketches out, like,
Because why do the unicorns always die and these fucking humans thrive?
This sucks, man. I should just give up.
Yeah.
That's true. Dragons and dinosaurs,
Like
all
dragons
that good
don't work?
shit.
Yeah.
All that good shit we could have had. Nobody ever sees a giant octopus until they walk up on fucking a beach somewhere.
That shit's wild.
That is horrifying.
Yeah.
One of
Or
those
just
could
God's
eat you.
art that he only put in a sketchbook. He didn't think it was worth putting the like canvas or anything.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We were a practice round.
Oh man, could you imagine another reality where we don't have wars or famine or genocide or anything? It's just like we're just
We're
chill.
chilling. That's just on a planet like 10 billion light years away or some shit.
Or it's just a completely interdimensional fucking alternate Earth
Yeah.
where our show is successful. People watch it.
No, I don't think that.
No,
We probably
no
don't even
reality
exist
is
in
that gonna be.
Yeah. We do not even exist in that reality.
You know what? Whoever does watch it, I like it, and you know we do end up getting our little views here and there.
Do we?
Fucking, yeah, dude. We end up with a
yeah.
pretty consistent like 20 views, 22 views in a week
Yeah,
or
or
something.
22
So
people that might look at this.
I mean, and we only get like 6 or 7 usually during the time that we're on, unless we flash back and forth real quick by accident.
Yeah.
Because if you close it and open it, it adds another view. But
Yeah.
like, people watch it. Somebody does. It's pretty
I'm not
neat.
even convinced, dude.
I don't.
know if that's
You know
true.
what? I hope somebody that loves us dearly is just clicking on and off the video to get it some views, just to fucking encourage us. They're like, I know that this is trash. I know it'll never get better, but god damn it, if they don't need to be encouraged.
I don't think anyone's doing that for us.
Yeah, we're not that good.
Yeah, I really don't think anyone's that worried about our self-esteem. That they're like inflating our views, for sure.
Why do we have a 3-minute long Danger Podcast live stream from a month ago?
I don't know, it's probably
Because we
fucked up.
fucked it up.
Because we don't even
Okay.
we don't even do anything. We're so dumb, you know?
Because you weren't here.
Yeah, you weren't here.
What is this one streamed 2 weeks ago? It's only got 2 views.
Yeah.
Whereas like 2 months ago, there's a 39 views. I feel like we had 2 views
Dude,
live.
Yeah, we had
Nobody
2
watched
views
it
live. It's
afterwards?
just
Yeah,
like
nobody
nobody
wants
watched
to watch
it.
Is
It
this
probably didn't.
private? Did you make this one private?
Yes,
That's the one
exactly.
2
That's
weeks
the
ago
one with
that's
the
private.
that's the one with the shitty fucking.
I see.
No, that one was.
No, that one wouldn't show
No.
up if it was private. I don't think.
Well, it might for us.
Oh, that's
But
true.
this one has 39 views, 22 views, 33
Is Bex in
views,
it? That's the one I had to make private because the audio's
12
bad.
views, 13, 15, 11. They're inconsistent now. They used to be super consistent, though.
Yeah.
The views were like. At one point, I think it was consistently like 40 views.
Yeah, we were also a lot more.
It was just
consistent.
inflated by YouTube.
I
YouTube
think
just-
I think the more consistent we are, the more suggested we become. You know, like
yeah,
it'll
I'm
end it
sure.
up.
I'm sure, yeah.
Because when I
Some
open
kind.
up my suggested, it doesn't always show me the shit that I
Nah,
want
this
to.
is the one where you look like Bono.
Yeah. That's why people didn't open it, dude. They're like, look at this fucking dickhead.
Oh my
I
god.
enjoyed this show, too.
I don't know what happened.
I think we had a good time.
I'm painting my nails.
We like cut it. I cut it a little short.
Yeah, but who has an attention span?
That's
Yeah,
true.
no,
So
no
like,
one
shorter
wants to
is
watch
probably
the
better.
whole-
I don't
yeah,
know.
for
Most
real.
of the time, dude, if I listen to a podcast, listen to mostly the whole thing.
Nah. I don't. I can't listen to a whole podcast. I get so bored of shit.
Back in the old days, before I was here,
Uh-huh.
I still have YouTube Premium, but I would download the videos through YouTube Premium and just play them with the actual video off in the car while I was driving.
Yeah, that's what I do now. It's fucking great.
Oh.
I just got an Audible account.
I have an Audible account. I'm pretty sure I'm still paying it every month, and
Yep.
I haven't used it in
It's
like
$15 or
a
something.
year.
Yo, why would you?
It might be $5.
I just accumulate like credits, so it's whatever.
Yeah,
I'll use them. But I used to listen to audiobooks constantly.
really.
Mm.
I'm kind of struggling to get into it. I need to put it on like a podcast, like I would normally would, but it's kind of hard to like. It's kind of hard to focus on all of the details. When I'm listening to a podcast and I'm just having a conversation, I can kind of go in and out while I'm doing something.
Yeah.
But I feel like I really have to pay attention to a book, so it'd be better for the car.
Do you do fiction or nonfiction?
Nonfiction were the first two. One's a biography of Doug Stanhope, the comedian. He's just talking about some, shit. And then the other one is this book called Empire of the Summer Moon. The author was on Joe Rogan. I saw him on there, but it's about like the last of the Comanche war chiefs and shit in the U.S. and their war, basically, like with the U.S. They did some fucking fuck shit,
bet,
dude.
yeah.
It is oh my god, dude, it's so within the first 10 pages of the book, I was like, holy god, I didn't think people were capable of like doing shit like that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I couldn't, in my like darkest places, imagine like the things that I heard. And during his interview, that author, he was like, there was things I still objectively couldn't put in there because I didn't want people to vomit.
That's
Jesus.
wild.
It's insane, dude.
Yeah.
But that's one I literally like.
I was listening to Harry Potter.
Oh, nice. That's yeah.
I feel. I didn't even finish that though. Yeah, I should probably listen to some
Matt, you're
nonfiction.
like completely off screen now.
Oh, really? Oh.
I was listening to audiobooks pretty consistently. I didn't do it through Audible because I think Audible is probably some bullshit. Come at me, Audible.
Well, it's linked to
I'll be
Amazon,
like,
and if you
fuck.
think Amazon's bullshit, it's just feeding their giant corporate machine. But I don't personally. I think Amazon is both bullshit and also like the best invention of all time. So, like,
Yeah. I don't know. What do you get on Audible? You get like two. Oh, anyway,
2 books
I'm
a
not-
month?
That's bullshit. Two books.
Two.
You get 2 books.
Whoa.
It could be
a month?
really long. The fucking
It was-
one that I'm listening to is like 23 hours long or something.
One when I was doing it.
Oh, really? Yeah. It's the promotion may be 2.
Okay.
Like to start, I got 2 credits, so I don't know.
But if
maybe they
I'm
give you one
consistently
after
trying
that.
to listen to audiobooks and then I run through 2 audiobooks and then I don't have an audiobook to listen to unless I
So-
pay for an additional audiobook, that shit pisses me off.
I think it's actually like 19 hours.
Okay, so the credits, you can buy credits.
You can't do that easily anymore. They make buying credits super hard because they want you to subscribe, and they might have even like killed the credit system. I was like trying to get an Audible thing.
No, listen.
I was trying, dog.
Audible.
No, Audible
You
can suck my
First
dick.
off, if you don't have a subscription, you can just buy books. They're cool with that.
Yeah.
If
I don't
you
wanna
have
buy
a
books.
If you have a subscription, you get, I think it's 1 credit a month, and I think the first month everyone ends up using a promo code and gets 2
Yeah.
in the first month.
I just
And-
signed up for it and I got 2.
Neat. So when you're a subscriber, you can still buy books, and they're discounted because you're a subscriber.
Yeah.
But they also regularly have things where you can buy credits, and the credits are like on sale.
Yeah.
So what you end up doing is you buy the credits for a certain price, and then I basically worked out where, and I don't remember the prices anymore, but if the book costs a certain amount, it's better to just buy the book, and if
Right.
it's above that amount, it's better to use a credit on it.
I got you.
But
I would rather not pay for any books.
I was gonna say I was
I
waiting
use-
for James to like let you finish, and then he's like, "Yes, fuck Audible,
Yeah, fuck Audible. They
Amazon."
can suck my dick.
Right, no, I know.
I think it's worth it.
I use some bullshit that's like connected to the library, and like you have to put it
Yeah.
on hold.
That
Oh.
works
and
too.
there's not as many options though. Like they don't have like the second Dune book like in the series. Like they don't have Dune Messiah. On
Oh, so it's
audiobook.
like
So
Netflix
it's sort of like-
almost,
yeah, sort of. Yeah, it's a little bit bullshit like that.
where they'll put Kill Bill Volume 2 on, and that's it.
Did they do that?
Yeah, they've done it
Oh
before.
my god.
They have them both on there right now, or at least they did. I watched them both in a day. I was doing laundry. Sick.
I just got stuck under your desk.
Who else sponsors podcasts that I can talk shit on so that we can prematurely
Amazon doesn't sponsor
piss
anybody's
off?
podcast.
I think Audible,
They used to
I
at
don't-
one
don't-
point, but they don't really do that anymore.
Don't podcasts always talk about Audible? I want to
Occasionally. I
Sleep
used to see
number.
that too.
because you can't sleep without a number. Suck my dick, sleep number. All right, who else can we go after?
Yo, man, I don't know. Let's not maybe burn these bridges.
No,
just in
dude, I'm
case,
not
dude.
here to burn bridges. Let's burn some motherfucking bridges
How about
down.
all right then Walmart? Let's just in case Walmart ever wants to sponsor us, we'll burn that one down. That's fine. Fuck
Walmart fucking roasts themselves. We don't even have a job to do there.
It's
We
true.
don't even have to talk shit on Walmart
It's
because they talk
already
shit on
done, dude.
themselves just the way that they are. Target. I don't know.
Eat a dick.
Eat a
Target.
dick, Target.
Does Target
Fuck you.
sponsor videos and
No,
No.
you're right.
I just want all these.
It's
My
talking
pillow.
shit.
You
Oh,
can
man.
keep that pillow. That's
Oh,
your
man.
pillow. I don't
Oh.
want that fucking pillow.
Oh man, I mean, some people might, and I mean, if My Pillow ever wants to have us talk about
I know,
getting
you
other
love
people
My
their
Pillow.
pillow, you know,
Yeah.
that's fine. I'll,
That is your pillow, you creepy old man. Keep that pillow.
It becomes my pillow, dude.
Yeah, it becomes your pillow.
He takes his pillow, takes my preferences into consideration, and makes it my pillow. Dude.
Suck my dick, my pillow. And let's see who else. MeUndies.
Alright,
I
that's
always-
fine. I went on their website and their shit's like not only overpriced, but it's like too gimmicky, you know.
MeUndies, too gimmicky.
I went on there too, and I was like, who would want to wear any of these?
Nobody.
These don't look comfortable. They don't have good designs. I hate these.
Well, honestly,
Fuck my. Yeah.
honestly, I bought
What is it?
MeUndies. They are
Of course you
very,
did.
very
Of course you did.
comfortable.
Of fucking course
I
you
love
did,
the
James.
designs. They're
'Cause
not
you're-
cotton either, which I like. They're
not cotton?
They're not cotton.
Do you have a pair of them
Yeah,
that I could see?
yeah.
Do you have a pair that you could grab right now?
They're on
That are-
right now.
I think they might be all like dirty.
Okay,
Because I
never mind.
usually wear them first because I like them more than my other underwear.
Okay.
This guy's over here. You were the one that
Yo,
started
he
shit.
just said "fuck me undies" and
But
then
also
he's
fuck 'em,
doing
I
a
don't know.
full-on commercial.
I don't
for
give a
him
shit.
right
Like
now.
they
doing
can suck
an
my dick.
ad.
I don't care.
This is actually the ad read that they gave us.
He's like, I don't want you guys to think that
Well, you
it's
know what
not
they
a good
should
company,
do
but still, fuck them.
Is they should prove that their shit's sustainable and like eco-friendly because they claim that, but then I don't see any evidence of that really. You know what I mean?
That's
they should
fine.
do a better job of
They
it.
could just lie, dude.
Well, that's probably what they're doing, and that's why I'm saying fuck me undies.
Is anything really
more transparent,
sustainable?
you know
Is
what I
it really all?
They're probably trying to be
like, I mean,
transparent.
dude.
No, nothing's sustainable, but at least
Is-
we could try. You know what I mean? I'd like to not support cotton and things like that.
Everything is sustainable until it's not anymore.
Do you think we're
True.
beyond repair?
Yeah.
So,
I don't know. Maybe not. I don't know. I guess not. No.
I
like
think
to
you
be
don't want to. I
optimistic.
think that. Yeah, I was gonna say you don't want to say that only because like you like to think that you're putting the effort in for a reason.
Yeah. Well, I don't know. I don't want to be alive for no reason. I like to try
I
to
think
help.
if we don't get off this planet, and like, because if we get off this planet in time, Earth will heal.
Yeah,
Earth will heal with our absence.
we need to take all of our like radioactive material off the planet with us though. Like take all of our like nuclear generators and shit. Like
Nah, Earth
it's
will
not to
figure
say
it out.
it's not to say that nature hasn't figured out how to deal with like the Chernobyl disaster. Like there's still plenty of wildlife around the area that lives radiated perfectly fine. A lot of it actually has to do with like the color of their skin underneath their fur, and then there's like these black catfish. Apparently, you're like less likely to sustain radiation. Like I don't know with the like dark
Their
coloration.
skin.
Yeah,
Huh.
it's got something to do with pigment. I can't remember exactly. It's crazy though.
That's crazy.
But there's like thriving wolf populations and like moose populations over there and shit. It's wild.
And they have 6 heads.
Yeah, well, you always imagine that, but it doesn't mutate your DNA. It just destroys it.
Yeah.
So like people that get like radiated melt.
Yeah.
Your whole that's so crazy, dude. Your whole existence basically like just deteriorates to nothing until you're a puddle.
Ew. Gross.
I
Danger
can't help but
fucking
think
podcast,
that
dude.
you were doing Scream.
I'm screaming internally thinking about fucking being radiated to death. It is pretty horrifying. It is a self-comfort thing. It's like a body language, I think. Trying to contain my skin. I'm trying not to melt.
Fucking Edward Munch or whatever.
I'm not an expert, man. I'm just I've learned a thing once. That's like my disease. I hear a thing once and then I just fucking talk about it like
Like you know something.
I feel like I know something about it and then it turns out that I know nothing. Yeah, how does that click back together?
The shark keeps breaking at the tail.
Is that what the other piece was good for? Is just,
Yeah.
like, keeping it together?
Stability. Yeah, I got a Lego piece that was missing a piece. That's never happened to me before. And Legos, apparently they're like real serious about it. And if you contact them, they'll be like, "My bad," and they'll send you the piece. But
They'll send you the piece, or they should just send you a new kit. And then you could build like a giant squid anglerfish mashup.
oh my
And that'd be
god,
fucking sick.
that would be sick. Legos are pretty amazing. Lego, you could sponsor me, Lego. I'd vouch for Legos no matter where I go. I think.
Lego's not about to sponsor this show, dude.
No, they're not. But I'm not gonna talk shit on Lego because I like them. Great product. Probably good for
Yeah.
your brain.
Yeah?
A little too expensive, honestly. You could bring the price down, Lego.
Yeah, just on plastic.
Maybe plastic isn't good. I don't know. Maybe they shouldn't be.
Plastics.
Maybe they should not be producing all this fucking plastic. Yeah, I don't know. Maybe
You're the
I'm
one
just
that
talking out
buys
my
it and
ass.
continues to
Hey, I did not
support
buy
them.
this.
Hey,
This
no-
was a gift to me.
Nobody throws.
Well,
out
somebody knew
Legos.
you were interested enough in it. Just maybe stop showing so much interest in plastic, James.
You're right.
Hmm.
Got me there, dog. Well, boy, I look like an idiot.
For
Well,
liking
see you
shit.
guys. James is an idiot. That was the message of this one. No, what was it before?
Oh,
it was
man.
like,
Jeez,
it
goddamn.
was like burn yourself or something. Set yourself on fire. We had a worse message before. Oh, kids eat shit or something. I don't know.
that sounds like something we'd say.
Yeah, I forgot what it was.
Well, anyway, suck a bag of dicks. We've been the Ginger Podcast. That's our motto. Suck it, dude.
Suck it.
Go fuck yourself all
Does
the
that
way.
mean end the stream?
I
guess
mean,
so,
you know what? Right there, yeah.
Yeah,
That's-
suck it.
Yeah, suck it, fuck it, pluck it.
James, you're not transparent.
Oh,
I
what
just
happened?
noticed.
I did
all of a
notice that
sudden
before.
You're not really transparent.
Are we still live?
Every now
right
and
now?
again, yeah, we're still live. I don't know.
It must be when I walked out and came back.
All that
Yeah.
stuff I said before, just keep thinking about
Suck
it.